Thank you, Blake.
Yeah, man.
And hello, everybody. Hello, Jake. I'm Dan McDowell.
Hello, Dan. I'm Jacob.
Hi, Dan. I'm Blake Jones.
And what are we doing? It's Saturday.
It's for the boys. My ears are extremely hot.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. That sounds fantastic.
Your whole body's hot, bro.
One take, Blake. How does he know the volume? I say something and it's perfect.
We are broadcasting today. It's a momentous sports weekend, of course. Would you agree, Cash? We have the F1 Miami Grand Prix.
Oh!
Are you talking about the sprint race today or the Grand Prix tomorrow?
We have the Madrid Open Finals.
You're making jokes.
No. I'm leading somewhere. We've got many Game 7s in hockey going on this weekend. It's a huge weekend. NBA playoff game. We have the Kentucky Derby today.
That's right. Yeah.
But all of that, I dare say, overshadowed by moving day at the CJ Cup Byron Nelson.
What?
That is where we are broadcasting from, live to tape.
It could not be more perfect.
And live to live.
The weather's perfect, and you have the Sirois on a moving day.
Yes, joining us today is the twins.
Testing. 1, 2.
They are at their full power. You know how I always tell you, like, dealing with my kids one-on-one is one thing, but when they're both together.
Can you take it? Can you take a full dose?
And then you put them at a golf tournament on moving day.
On moving day.
Not moving day yet.
Well, that's the
right.
thing.
That's
It's never
right.
happened
Cut
before.
day into moving day.
Yeah.
Both.
We have 1 foot straddling into cut
Absolutely.
day.
1 foot is still in cut day.
Yeah,
One
this is
foot
the
into moving day.
point where
Has a show ever done?
that's what I'm saying.
No.
We're right on. This
Never
is
been
like
tried.
politically, people would argue whether or not it's a golf tournament yet or not. We're like right where it gets born. Like, is it right? I
There's
don't know.
going to be
By Saturday.
There's going to be a moment shortly in
Then I no longer care about it.
the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
That it switches from cut day
You'll
to moving
know.
day. We're all going to know. You're going to feel
You're
it.
going to feel it in your gut,
Electricity.
in your Gulf veins.
And it'll
And
be
if-
moving day.
And if you were out here looking for us, well, go find the Tito's.
That's right.
That's right.
The Tito's tent.
It's
Open to the public.
It's Texas. We don't say vodka. We say Tito.
That's
Say
right.
Tito's. I don't even say
We're
the
at
word
the green
vodka.
on hole 17.
Tito's handmade vodka, yes. The green, hole 17.
Yeah.
Like, this is the place to see and be seen.
100%.
I was actually watching the broadcast yesterday after we got moved to today. And there weren't that many people here, but I think the people who had been here a long time.
Yep.
So there was someone right here, a golfer. He was
who was
Euro. It had a Z in his name. Kizzier?
Patton Kazire.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and he looked up here and gave a
Oh, damn. To
and
you?
No,
Oh, to the people.
To the people, and the announcer's like, looks like there's been a couple people who have been enjoying themselves during the weather today.
Few libations.
Yeah.
Already.
Well, it was 6. No, I'm saying last night.
Oh,
it
I
was
see.
6 o'clock, and there were
Okay.
like 3 people here, but they were blacked out.
Oh, okay. So it was like
They enjoyed
They've
this.
been here through
Texas-
a 6-hour delay.
Yeah.
Texas Tech guy.
Exactly. I stayed through the weather delay. I
Kazire.
can yell what I want.
Paid my
I
ticket.
bought my ticket. That was Fitz shooting that. That's my favorite thing.
That's
And he-
so good.
And he always cuts out because right when the audio stops, you can hear Fitz going, well, hey, shut up.
I want to hear that.
He cuts that part out.
Wow.
I want to hear that.
Him and Abe Zapruder.
I would also be remiss. You wouldn't want me to be remiss about anything, would you?
No, like you missed and missed up. That's it.
So I will not be remiss because I do want to just send a little love out to Elite Rides,
Oh.
DFW. They
Oh,
drove us
Yeah.
here right up to the gate.
You know,
they basically drove right up onto the hole.
dude, how excited I was to get here, and I didn't want that ride to end.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
Was it temperature controlled?
Yeah, I'd say so. Water bottles everywhere you could even reach.
The windows weren't tinted, though.
Phone chargers, any kind you want.
Presidential.
Oh.
Presidential.
It was the Beast?
Yeah, load up their app or search them online. Is there like a code for Dumb Zone people?
Yeah, there is. It's DZ15 for
Okay.
15% off your first ride.
Now,
there
what's
you
the
go.
name of this company
It's
again?
Elite Rides DFW. They got an app, or you can call 844-RIDE-DFW. Yeah, it was pretty sweet. Even if you have an old lame phone, they have a charger for you.
Elite?
Oh, yeah.
They care.
They had the different
Yeah.
thingies, connection
Yep.
thingy for the put in the hole of the phone.
And Elite Rides
Bingo.
DFW.
The little
just
wiener,
so
the
easy to
connection
remember.
wiener.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you have your phone has a hole. That would not be the wiener.
No.
So not
is this a
available.
nipple?
Not available for you today, but tomorrow, hit them up if you want to come out here to the CJ Cup Byron Nelson and maybe
They're available today.
drag a little strange out of there. Are they?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, he's not locked in just for us, dude. They got freaking 4 or 5 vehicles now. They're
Don't yell
growing.
at me.
I'm just
sorry.
saying, they're growing.
I'm sorry for short-sighting Elite Rides. They're
Sorry
doing
for
great.
having some
you
sponsor conversation.
Were you thinking of average rides, DFW? 'Cause-
Mistakenly, I was. I was doing mediocre
Because they just have
rides.
one car,
Yeah.
maybe two.
Yeah.
Dirty.
It's ashing in the
Stick shift?
passenger.
Stick shift.
This is great, dude.
Smells like
so what
six.
happened yesterday? Let's reset the scene.
Oh, yeah. We were supposed to do this program yesterday, but it was like rainy.
Yeah.
And, boy, the behind the scenes
Boy, there was some paddling going on.
of our operation
Yeah. Underwater.
Well-oiled machine. I was
To-
so impressed.
to determine whether or not we are going to broadcast because, of course, the engineering guys get out here real early. That, of course, is Clayton and Blake. Blake somehow, I think Blake gets the worst of a lot of this because he's the engineering guy, but he's also the responsible for on-air content. And then if something goes awry with a sponsor, usually that finds its way to Blake as well. So I don't know what to say about that, Blake. I guess I'm sorry, but
Say thank you.
yeah, thank you, Blake.
Thank you,
Hey.
Blake.
Thank you for
That's all I
handling
want.
everything.
I mean-
It's just a thanks.
He's struggling to find the right words
No
for
longer
that moment.
unsung. You're the
Thank you.
sung hero.
Now that you're done
The CJ
gargling his
Cup.
balls, you want to
Yeah.
work your way to the shaft too, or what are we?
Yeah, you want the final 10% or what? I'll just keep. But what were we talking about? Why am I saying all that?
Why we
Oh,
moved
yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah.
behind the scenes, just the whole. So they're out here just waiting in the rain. They couldn't be let in, and I'm sitting there with the radar, looking at step by step. You ever pause
red
the
and
radar
yellow.
on your weather app, and then you drag it a little bit? Okay, at 11:15, still, and it looked like till like 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had to eventually call it off after much haranguing,
Yeah.
much back and forth. We said, "Look, we got to just bail." But they graciously offered us to be here today.
Yep.
Said the weather would be perfect, and they did not lie.
Oh
They're
my
correct.
gosh.
This is
it's
it,
the
man.
sunny but not oppressively hot. It's like actually
Dude,
you
it's
could
64 right now.
you could walk around with a nice little jacket.
It's heaven. It's perfect at 65. It's perfect
This
out
is
here.
Texas, San Diego.
Yeah, it really is.
You
It
know,
really
man,
Weather-wise, this is probably the most perfect Byron Nelson ever.
what he said.
Let's get to
Because
it.
it usually gets hot.
What are we calling it?
Boy, I don't know now.
This is a debate in the Sirois verse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Nelson or the Byron?
Yeah.
Well, it's
indeed.
never, ever, ever,
I just
ever
call it the
officially
CJ
been the
Cup.
Byron.
Me too.
Like,
Me
we've
too.
gotten yelled
and when
at.
I'm here, I mentioned Tito's handmade vodka. Those
Yeah.
are the only two entities, but you all go on. Byron or Nelson or neither.
I've had it beat into my head that it's the Nelson, and anything other than that sounds stupid.
From them, like they're about
From
that.
probably ticket programming over the years.
This is not your grandpa's Byron Nelson, is what we're saying.
And maybe that's
This
the
is
switch.
now awesome.
Maybe that's the switch. But we have these hats right in front of us welcoming us to the green on hole 17, and the back of it, officially printed from this event, says at the Byron.
The
There
one
you
you're,
go.
the one you're wearing.
Then it's the Byron.
That's right.
But it's never been that way.
Well, times change.
That's right.
I'm here for it.
Do you think
You're
we're the
with it.
hang zone?
Some
No.
people definitely do.
I would never call you that.
We walked around
The same
for a
way that I
while.
would never say the Byron.
Yeah,
Some guy goes, Bob and Jake.
that's right.
I was like, that
Good
one.
enough.
That one actually hasn't happened before.
I just overheard, that's the ticket. And then the one guy said, no, that's That's the dumb zone. That's Dan and Davey. And then another pause, and he goes, they got fired from the ticket.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I'm just like, yes.
Close enough.
I do get that a lot.
All correct.
Yeah,
They got
no.
fired.
If there was a radio station remote scheduled here yesterday, it probably wouldn't have been moved to Saturday. But your boys,
That's right.
Pliable.
The Pivot Boys.
that's right.
We're able to do that. As we're not a tanker, right?
No.
We're a
Right.
small little boat. We're
Yeah.
a dinghy.
Turn this ship.
Yeah.
We're a dinghy.
You're a scalpel. You're not a machete.
So what's your plan for today, Mikey, as we sit here in the Tito? Is this like a go day?
I would expect.
Absolutely.
I would expect very little from him as each quarter hour goes on.
I put
Why?
the call in for, because usually there's Tito's tokens we can acquire from Ben. So I did
Okay.
like a cash. He's the guy who, rocks
Yeah,
the Tito's
yeah.
here. I'm like, you here, bro? I said, you here, bitch? Make it real casual. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"No,
you're
I've been
friends."
out there the last couple of days. I may come out later. I'm like, where'd you stash the bucket of tokens? Still keeping it fun.
Right,
but,
right.
But asking
let's get
for
to
free
the point,
drinks.
though. Objectives.
So he sent me a contact for the second in command that's here, and I'm
He sent us a
head
picture,
on a swivel for this man
and
who
we
has
know, we
our
know what he looks like.
tokens for unlimited transfusions.
But in the
Okay.
picture, he had a red shirt on, so
we're
that
loo-
could be old.
We're looking
Yeah,
for him.
this is the type of day I miss for sure.
Really?
Yeah, if
Sorry,
there's
Mark.
ever, this is the only time where you're just like, all right.
Yeah.
You just wake up and you're like, all right, here we go. Here we go. If we can meet by about noon, and just,
It's the CJ Cup.
it's the CJ, it's golf, it's
It's the Byron.
Day, it's the Byron.
It's the 11th major.
It's moving day.
Let's see here.
What do we got at the leaderboard?
Oh my!
Well, Scotty
one man.
Scotty is actually on pace to, I believe, break the record for 72. The record set this year.
Yeah, Hideki Matsuyama set the all-time PGA Tour record for furthest under par in a 4-round tournament. Got the 35 under, and that was in Hawaii at this course that's just super easy for these dudes. They always go super low. The previous record was 24 under at that, or 34 under at that same tournament like 2 years ago. So that's the spot where they always just shatter this record, and Scotty Scheffler is on pace to threaten it or beat it. Like you're watching someone maybe destroy a golf course like no one ever has in tour history this week with Scotty Scheffler.
And you can be here for that.
You can be here for that. You can see it.
And
Our
Dan,
own guy.
the thing is, it's that they're using torpedo clubs.
So they're like, just you could properly put the
I've said all I need to say.
the head weight.
You have all the information.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I didn't know what the CJ group was.
I still don't.
Okay, well, I'll tell you. It's a conglomerate of sorts from Korea, the good one.
Good.
Like they just one of the, I don't know if it's, I would say it's like GE or something almost, but it's just like this massive company. They have grocery stores, which they have food from down here.
Do they own
BB Go.
Do they own BB Go?
They do.
Okay.
I'm fascinated by their dumplings.
Yeah, they
And
do.
that skirt.
They do biotech, pharmaceuticals, just one of these.
Yeah.
One of these.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, Dan and I walked around, and a couple of the guys in red pants who are like the sales bigwigs walked us into the super elite suite areas where the
Just
CJ
now?
Cup suite is. Yeah,
Where the
told
hell
you-
was I?
There's
Damn,
just
that's
like
where he disappeared to.
12 extremely well put together Korean people just like eating the most amazing
You
food.
went there?
Did
Yeah.
you taste it?
They were
No.
sitting there. It was just like the Dennis Rodman game at the
No.
Kim Jong Un. Yeah,
Silence, then clapping.
yeah.
What, move it? Okay, my bad. Yeah. So
Where was that? Is that right over here somewhere?
Down that way was towards
No.
what, 16? Oh, we went that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, 16.
That way
It's
and then
crazy.
left. Yeah, it's at the very end here. Like
Cool.
so, this thing
This
And
is
they-
the whole- this
envelops
part's-
17. It was
Yeah.
at the very the tee
Okay.
They showed us
for
a suite,
17.
but it's on both sides, right? So you have.
Yeah, we're on one side.
You have
now.
you have the
16 green coming in,
Yeah.
17 T going
Just
out.
look out both ways, and it's covered, and it has AC if you go in that part, and a bartender. And
Yeah, it
that
has
one,
its separate bartender.
That one, for 50 people, for all 4 days, was like 100.
Worth it.
And then there was another one he said you could get for, I think it was like 500 a day for the whole weekend per person. Maybe that was the other Tito's place.
Yeah.
There's so
no,
many.
that was the Choctaw tenants.
Choctaw.
Okay,
that's right,
yeah.
Over there, it's like, like 50 grand per
It's a lot.
There's
Yeah.
so many people
thing,
with
but you don't have your
so
separate
much money.
bartender.
Can people in front of us hear us at all or no?
Yeah, there's a PA.
Okay.
But we're not blasting the place.
Okay, I just wasn't sure.
You said something off color with the children a minute ago. I was wondering that.
I don't care about that.
Well, I'm just wondering.
It's kind of cool how at this tournament they've created this. Because
Yes.
it's just like they did in Phoenix. That's what they're obviously trying to sort of emulate. But just like in Phoenix, that 17th hole and this hole is a fairly innocuous par 3, just kind of a regular boring hole. But they're like, screw it. We are building suites around the whole thing. We're creating this party atmosphere, creating something out of nothing. And they've done it now for a few years, and it works, man. It's freaking cool out here. This is the coolest spot on the course.
So what happens with guys who didn't finish their second round?
They will.
You guys were explaining it. Well, I know, but logistically, how do they?
They drop a tee in the ground when it gets dark, wherever their ball is. They drop a tee in the ground or whatever.
Like 2 tees.
Right?
And
So
they mark where their ball was yesterday.
Come out this morning, horn blows, ball's in the same spot that it was, continue on.
Yeah.
Wonder if they ever come out late at night to move the ball a little closer.
Yeah, just move it up a couple feet in the fairway. That's a perfect wedge. There.
CJ Cup, though. CJ Group, very cool. Do you guys remember who this used to be sponsored by?
Several people.
AT&T.
EDC?
No,
EDM.
Yeah, no, it's the
EDM.
yeah. Anyways, but no, my favorite story was right around the time Live was happening, and like the Saudis were popping. This tournament was going to be sponsored by Raytheon, the weapons producer, but they had just sold like a ton of weapons to the Saudis. And what's his name? Jay Monahan?
Yeah.
The tour guy
PGA.
like stepped in and was like, "Look, this is
This
too much.
one missile too far.
And when we did that story at the time, I was like, "This is how Raytheon? Like, this is insane." And somebody sent me a picture at the ballpark, the Gilf. There's actually like a missile launcher, like a replica missile launcher in Rangers colors that just says like Raytheon on it.
Hell yeah.
Like
really?
that's headed to a village to fucking wipe out.
Some Houthis.
I thought you were going to say it was like the old ballpark with the bell that dings during home runs, and they had a rocket that they were going to launch.
So do they just
into
use
the
it
fireworks
for the village if the Rangers lose the World Series?
That's all it is. Yeah, right now they're 500.
Like all of the T-shirts.
Yeah, just add plutonium and launch.
So now we know about the CJ Group.
That's interesting.
Say that they make missiles?
No, they make everything else.
They make dumplings.
Everything
And they're Korean. They do make dumplings. TC had some dumplings.
Pretty good.
Yeah, they got some good food here, man. They've also got a good veggie burger, which I don't think they've ever sold before.
Oh,
you got a hot one?
The guy was surprised.
That's the story of my life. Every time I order, he's like, "Hey, tell me how they taste." We haven't sold one of these. They had to go find it.
I'll take the veggie burger. Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a minute.
All right.
I wonder what behind the scenes is when they're. If you think we're scrambling around to determine and going back and forth and arguing over it, whether to cancel or not, what are they doing at the PGA level?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why we were in the scramble. It's because we're like 4 people down the game of telephone.
But they also freaking do this all the time, and
Yeah.
Deal with weather?
Yeah. It's
Lightning
like,
is their whole game, right?
Yeah.
Like rain, they can handle, and they'll play through a little bit of rain.
What?
The courses are all like designed to be ready to
Dude,
play.
so yesterday we're in the holding pattern. We were already starting at 1 instead of 11:30, whatever.
It turned out to be a great
just done.
day.
I'm ready to go. And I'm like, okay, I just got a free hour. I'm going to go to the sauna,
Of course.
which is what I do now.
Yeah.
And
Wait, do you still do the cold, the plunge stuff?
I do cryo once a week.
Okay. But not the Winhoff.
I don't have. I take a cold shower.
Okay.
But
Every
I
day?
don't have most days.
Okay.
But I don't have like a cold tub. You know,
Yeah.
like some people can pull that off. But so I go there, and first thing I'll tell you is, as I'm approaching sauna, there are 2 older men trying to get into the pool, and somebody from the rec stopped them, and they were like, "No, lightning." And we were like, "What do you mean?" They were inside.
Well, that's a good question then, because when I talked to whoever
But
in
you're
our
water.
chain, it was like Jasmine or somebody was like, "Oh," she's all disgusted by it. If they get lightning within 30 miles, they have to stop for a half hour or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know how that is, and same with youth sports.
Yeah.
So we have a list of things that are back. under Trump.
Yeah.
Or-
Fucking around with lightning is one.
I'm just saying we should have a list of things that are possibly. Didn't we? I predicted one the other day. I can't remember what it was.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. There's Blake.
Hi, Blake.
I think dodgeball's coming back. It just hasn't been approved yet. But if I
Hasn't bubbled up the list.
It will.
if I called Trump and said, "Hey, what about throw off a dodgeball tweet?" He'd be like,
that's
"Hell
good.
yeah,
That's
that's
good.
great."
That's good.
Yeah.
I will absolutely say dodgeball is back. Then the White House will retweet it. and all
Yes.
this.
That's how we lost Jewel.
Did you see the White House tweet today?
Which one was it?
They retweeted
the Pope?
a Photoshop picture of or maybe it's not Photoshop.
Yeah.
Maybe Donald Trump dressed up as the Pope.
No, but it's hilarious, yeah.
But yes, how about this woke lightning crap that we got to worry about with these kids' soccer games? Look, you're going to lose a kid or two.
Yeah.
Across 180 million kids in the nation, yeah, right?
A
it's
small
no big
price to
deal.
pay to
And then
get
how
these
much
games
tougher?
in.
To not
Are the
delay me
kids.
for another 2 hours just because of one thing of lightning that I saw 3 times over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Building society is all about trade-offs, and that's one I'm not comfortable with. And I don't think anyone is, even the parents of the kid who has to die, because lightning delays are ridiculous. And so yes, we're getting. I'm going into sauna, and like you can't get in. And these older guys are probably 70. Are like, what do you mean?
Right.
They're like,
They never dealt
I'm
with that.
old.
They absolutely would hastily schedule a quick football game if they saw white lightning.
And that lady at the wreck might as well have been speaking Spanish because they were like, it's inside. We're inside. She's like, I don't know what to tell you. So I go into to the sauna with them, and there's one other guy in there who's about my age. Now, the problem, as you know, breaking news. Breaking DumbZone news. The Sirois twins have acquired their free drink tokens from Tito's handmade vodka
A nice
and are
stack.
off to the races.
You can start the show.
A hearty stack. Let's
Start
go.
the show now.
Clayton, hit go.
Hit the open.
What if I say, would this be the silliest thing I've ever said? It's not noon yet.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, wait.
So
What an asshole.
because of the lightning conversation being carried into sauna, now we're talking in there, which is something, as you know, I don't like.
Talking in a sauna.
But it carried in, so now we're talking.
Oh, yeah, we built in topic.
You and
too.
these olds.
Yeah, and they're like ridiculous.
And it's
I-
weather.
and I'm kind of playing into the like I hate young people and millennials thing too. I was like, dude, what are we doing? Put a skirt on it. And this is the problem. There was another guy in there, like I said, a fourth guy who was my age, and he was like, "Hey, big fan of the show." And here's the
right.
problem. That
Now-
guy, he was looking at me knowing, he's like, I thought you said you didn't talk in the sauna. Oh. But this guy hears me over here just being, I was like, this flipped crazy, man. Like, I don't know, government's out of
guys?
control too,
Right,
right?
guys?
And
Where
this
you
guy,
at on
and this
this?
guy was silent the whole time.
He was just staring
And
at
he
your
just kind of
dick.
stared at me, and he's like, big fan, by the way. Like, he knew, boy, you're being,
Was this at the end of the interaction?
Yeah.
Okay,
He let it go.
because that would just cause those guys to be like, show.
he was
Please
quiet about
explain
it.
to me.
And they
Yeah.
were old. So they were also really wrapped up in the lightning thing. So they didn't even really catch wind of
Okay,
it.
because there's nothing worse than explaining to an old
Well, I did
what
it.
you do
I
now.
did it 3 other times today, and they were very confused. Extremely
What you
confused.
do
Well, the
now.
guy ordering my veggie burger was like, "What organization are you with?" And I'm like,
DumbZone, no
no
puppet,
puppet,
say
"No
whatever you
puppet."
want, baby.
Yeah, what do I say?
Your credential says no puppet.
I said no puppet.
Yeah, you should.
And then some lady next to me, she's like, "He's with the podcast." And he goes, "Oh, okay."
Ah, good.
Yeah.
And back to lightning. Yesterday, as we were
podcast.
talking, we were like, "There's a little lightning," but we were willing to send Clayton and Blake in
Oh,
to
absolutely.
Yeah.
get set up.
Yeah, and they wouldn't let us even
Yeah.
set up
We're
so
like,
we could
what?
flip go.
Clayton's gonna get zapped and come out speaking Mandarin.
That was
It could be amazing.
that was a scenario
Like if you
that we had considered.
also, okay, if you knew you were gonna fully survive, right? Totally fine. Wouldn't I mean?
Best story ever.
Is that better than got bit by a shark? Right? Dude, I got effing hit by lightning.
It's by far, if you're fully functional afterward, your best option.
And what if all you have is a tiny lightning bolt scar on your forehead?
Yeah,
Like
I
a
think-
badass perfect. Like that's
like the
kind of
teardrop.
How cocky would you be?
right.
If
And
you-
it would
if you
change your
survived
life, dude.
that.
It would change your life, knowing.
It's almost like you would become president if a bullet grazed your ear.
Could be.
Do you want to have Golf Guy come over now?
Yeah, let's do that.
We have a guy from Upswing Golf who was
right.
going to join us.
I'm gonna go be
Hey, Kevin.
transfusion guy.
I want you to see this guy's stuff, though, too. I do.
Oh, Mike's leaving.
Is he over there? Where's he over there?
What do you
Where
think?
do you want him, Blake? Blake will direct him.
Yeah. No. There's headsets down there.
Yeah, which seat do you want him in?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, he's bringing a club. There he goes.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is
Bringing a
dude that
tiny
we met.
We know this one works.
All right, no, they all work.
Yeah.
They all work.
All right.
Was that right?
Hi, Kevin. You going to move that towards your mouth there a little bit?
All right, this is Kevin Mayo, correct?
Yes, sir. How are you guys?
Doing great, man. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
So Kevin is with Upswing Golf.
Yes, sir.
Tell us.
We launched a business called Upswing Golf, correct there, in January this year. We started with this idea to develop a fully adjustable premium kids golf set. Any entrepreneur will say that the first thing you ask is, are you solving a problem? And the problem in this case was parents buying clubs for their kids. They grow 6 inches overnight, and they're like, shoot, I have to go buy a new set, right? So my business partner, Justin Giles, he calls me, this is 2.5 years ago. He's like, hey, my son Elliot's 2 years old. I want to get him a set of clubs. And I'm looking at, all the competitors out there, and I just don't want to invest in this cash and then, have to buy him a new one. Does there exist an adjustable set? And I'm like, I don't think so. They have like drivers, and he's like, well, could you do it for the whole set? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So 2 years later, we filed a patent for a tip adapter weight system that essentially, as the shafts get longer, the tip gets lighter, so you kind of maintain a little bit of swing weight as the kids grow. Here we are. We again launched in January at the PGA show in Orlando, Florida, 2025.
So you're not exchanging the clubs.
No. So that's the beauty of it, right? There are some companies that as you're exchanging, if you may, you ship them back, and they unglue it, cut it down, re-grip, re-glue, all that, right? We literally just take the same adapter that you see in adult drivers, pop the head off, you get longer shafts, sent to you in what's called our growth kit.
Look at that.
No, the quality's fantastic. I can't stop smiling.
Now, why is this so tiny? I just got here.
What is this golf?
I like it. It just seems small.
How old is Brooks?
3.
Oh,
too young?
You're right there. So Justin Giles, my partner, his kiddo's 3 and change. He kind of holds it like a hockey stick, right? But if you're getting into like a full golf swing, right, your 4 and 5 year olds is kind of where we're getting a little bit of wheelhouse start time. Like my son's 5.5, and this is his driver. And it's fun. I think we joked secretly we wanted to do this so we could play golf on the weekends again.
Yeah. Once you have kids, you have to.
That's it. Yeah.
The wife is like, "Oh, you can't leave for 5 hours during the day," and you're like,
7 hours, 8 hours.
Hey, 5 hours. I was like 8 hours, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Talk about the round.
7 or 8 hours.
But no, it's awesome. So we started out, we had 3 sets, right? Starts with a 4-piece. You get your driver, 5 hybrid, 8 iron putter. All right, kiddo grows 4 or 5 inches overnight. Hey, I'm ready for the growth kit. We send you the 4 shafts that go to the previous set in the longer length, and then you get 3 additional clubs with that. So now you're in the 7-piece, and then copy paste up to the 11-piece with the extra growth kit there. The whole point was we wanted to have a very premium offering for kids. That there's other competitors that use aluminum and maybe not the best material.
Club head. Yeah, I couldn't stop smiling when I looked at the club. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Thank you. No,
that's
it's
great.
Full 6'4" titanium. It's a 2-piece casting, which is what you see in majority of adult and premium clubs. Black PVD finish and the whole deal. We're like, actually, it's funny when we first talked about it. He's like, dude, I didn't want you to make it look so good. I'm like, that's all we got. That's all we can do, right? So I appreciate that.
That's cool.
So no, it's exciting. We've had a lot of buzz. We just partnered with PGA Tour Canada. We got a 2-year deal as of inked. This was like a few weeks ago.
Wow.
So we'll be on a lot of their marketing material, and spread the word. It's a really cool concept. As I said before, it solves a problem. We're really excited. Drinking through a fire hose right now for sure.
When are you headed to Shark Tank?
We're not going to do that. Oh. We did, so it's fine. When we were
and if you did, you've signed an NDA and won't tell me.
We can cut that out, right? Yeah. No, we actually did talk to Cuban's group when we were going through our funding round. He was pretty obvious.
Series A or B?
This was an A.
Way to go.
Nice.
I don't even know what that means.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. No, he actually was like, I don't like golf. This would be a better deal for me than you guys, but, if you need cash, we can do it. And, we were more strategic in that. We partnered with a group. The guys actually played college golf in Oklahoma State with Ricky Fowler. He was his best man at his wedding. So these guys are tremendous. They've been a huge help. And frankly, Justin and I, we were going to fund 250 sets in our initial order, which was not cheap in that regard. And then we had the award. We won the most innovative product at the 2025 PGA show. And we went from 250 sets to about 4,000 sets in like a month.
PGA has got to love this.
That's awesome.
Any idea that the PGA just has to love anything that grows the game.
We're growing the game.
Yeah, it's just freaking sick.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
We live, my wife Lauren and I, we live just north of the PGA Frisco. My son Mickey, he's actually our logo, the silhouette.
Oh, cool.
He did the Ronnie camp out there. And I was like, man, this is so cool. And like just the buzz, the excitement. I mean, ultimately, we want to grow the game, get kids, into more productive activities. I played games when I was a kid, like gamers, right? And it's just fun. It's healthy. You're getting competitive at it.
Get them off the streets.
Yeah.
Get them out of the gangs.
Yeah. Off the huff and paints.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Up here, all the gangs in Frisco. You don't want them to get into that lifestyle. Get them off the corner.
That's it. Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah. So what? You're a great.
You handled it great.
Mike Sirois is a great golfer. What could you?
I was thinking that
using that tiny club.
I would do very poorly.
No, hold on. Give him the 4 set. What comes in the 4, the junior 4?
The 4 set's a driver, 5 hybrid, 8 iron putter.
Let me actually take.
So what could Mikey? Is Mike having to be on camera?
Have you ever tried playing 18 with that tiny club?
I did play one hole and I got a par. So
you got a par?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here's a better one. I have no idea what I'd shoot terribly. Let's say Scotty Scheffler has a 10-stroke lead going into Sunday, and you hand him these beautiful upswing clubs.
Could he win?
Could he hold off?
Who?
Scotty Scheffler.
No, but not us. Who's he holding off?
The field here. It's a CJ Cup, the 11th major.
I don't think he could hold them off.
Well, you saw Bryson did the one with that, right?
Bryson does all kinds of bits.
Yeah, but I think Scotty can play with anything. He would actually probably win by 11.
I bet he.
Whoa. So one under.
Homer. Scotty Homer.
Increase the lead. I would bet he'd shoot a 75 or so, honestly.
I mean, it's the exact same geometric volume that the driver he's using.
He's tall though, man.
Yeah.
That's a long way down.
That's a misconception. It's about your arm length.
Dwarf,
right?
yeah. You want to talk about growing the game? Put that on Sunday. And
bring Dorf back.
I'm in. Well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, those are really cool.
You want to send people to upswinggolf.com?
That's it, yeah.
Or what's
your website right now? Yeah, www.upswinggolf.com. We are doing a promo at the CJ Cup. This is a pretty clever promo. It's CJ Cup Swing 10, 10% off. We're at pre-sale right now for the next couple weeks here. We're getting everything landed here in about 4 to 5 weeks. And it's exciting.
That's really cool, man. Yeah. Really cool.
Great idea.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And for that reason, I'm in.
Wait, how does the bag get bigger?
It's a different bag. It is a different bag.
The kid grows 10 years, right?
No, it's like you put it in water, like those things your kids have.
Yeah, okay.
It's like the bag for the Incredible Hulk.
Hold on, let me write that down.
Still fit.
Hold on. My lawyer's gonna.
No, I'm sorry. We're good. Yeah, it's fair game.
Well, Kevin, it's nice to meet you, man. You're welcome to hang out.
Yeah, no, thanks so much. We'll be around for sure. And any other questions, reach out. We got our info at upswinggolf.com. Any questions, and
Cool.
Yeah, so
we'll throw that promo code in the show notes.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. This is
For sure,
awesome.
man.
Congrats on the
for
success.
Thank you guys. For
Hell
sure.
yeah. Check back in soon, in about a year or so down the line. I'd love to hear the story.
Yeah, definitely. No, I think we talked to Julie a
Cool.
bit, so we'll get something together
Good
and
deal, man.
do that. So thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it.
Golf.
All right.
Golf.
There he
golf,
is.
Golf. Kevin Mayo
Golf.
from
Good to meet you, man. Thank you.
upswinggolf.com.
What'd you
That's a
start?
hell of an idea.
What train did you start with there?
That's not.
I did miss the very first. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. There's only just one training.
No, I was
It's not
just
like
got
the
two
gin and
trainings
tonic.
here.
It's not like gin tonics. There's
I was just what is in it?
Vodka, gin, Tito's.
Not vodka.
I know. That was a
Tito's.
test. And guess
See?
what? You passed.
Yes, Tito's
Tito's.
handmade vodka.
Tito's handmade vodka. Ginger ale.
Little grapefruit?
Usually a little grape juice, not grapefruit.
but this tastes like.
There's a little more citrus
Yeah.
in it.
So we may be taking the wireless out here in a little bit. Maybe play some tit for tat. I don't know. It's starting to fill up a little bit.
Dude, it's going to be rocking this afternoon. This is going to be great.
We have,
Once we get to moving day,
so
all pants come off.
TC is out here with us helping, and so is Marv the Cosmic Cowboy.
Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with Marv?
I am.
Kind of our promotions guy.
Yeah.
And
How do we know which one he is?
He's decked out in a full caddy uniform,
Yeah.
A full Masters caddy
caddy.
uniform.
Masters caddy uniform
Please,
with the
sir.
dumb zone on the back.
He's having to take a picture facing the other way.
Number 69, and yes, people are just stopping him to take a picture with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the right thing to do.
I guess that's our promotions table.
There you go.
Yeah.
We didn't even know it.
Yeah, it's got stickers on it, a couple, you know.
A mustache.
I don't know.
Everything you need.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Well, I have a story I read this morning that I wanted to tell you guys about. I think it's interesting enough to be outside of the news. So can I just do it?
Story outside of the news. My God.
So the New York Times has a story this morning. His name is about a man named Tim Freed. He's 57. And he is a man who scientists believe
He is a man.
may have identified antibodies that are capable of neutralizing the venom of multiple snake species,
What?
which scientists say may be a step toward creating a universal antivenom.
Okay, finally.
Okay.
Now, how did he do this? Well, over the last 20 years, he's either injected himself
Oh, my God. Okay.
or allowed himself to be bitten
No.
700 times.
Jesus.
He's microdosing. He's microdosing.
And
As,
then it's like, just see if this works? That seems...
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he carefully calibrates it and injects it, and then I guess whenever he does the actual bite, he tries to, because there's a video. The article opens with a link to a 2-minute YouTube video from 11 years ago of just some guy, like in a spare bedroom at his house. Sounds a lot like the people I met at Repticon, where he has. I went to Repticon recently, where he just has reptile containers all around the wall, you know, and he just takes out 2 of them. One of them a mamba, and he holds its head and he shoots it like heroin.
What? Like
He
the,
Cash
the
saw
face
it.
of the mamba?
Okay, I thought
Yeah.
you-
Cash
oh my,
saw.
okay, I thought you were talking about a needle.
No,
Oh.
he holds it up and just like presses the back of the mamba's head.
It's like this. It's like a snake stapler.
yeah.
He just goes bat, and then whoa! God, from my toes to my head, I'm freaking out right now.
Yeah, so they say that he's been doing this to try to, like, he considers himself like a pseudoscientist, I guess. He put out a statement to the Times. I'm really proud that I can do something in life for humanity to make a difference for people that are 8,000 miles away that I'm probably never going to meet, never going to talk to, never going to see. He's, of course, talking about, like, people who live in places where there's a lot of venomous snakes.
Mm-hmm.
He may be able to solve their problems. But the
Is
most
that a big problem in those?
I imagine, yeah.
Well, you don't have a lot of snakes around your house?
Like, people die in Africa from snakes. I'm betting a lot.
Yeah, we have snakes, but yeah, not snake
Deadly
bites
poisonous.
and deaths in the neighborhood, yeah.
Yeah. A guy with a company called Syntevax said this is a bigger problem than the first world realizes.
Right.
Like they desperately need some sort of universal anti-venom.
But does the first world care that much about the third?
Well, I mean,
Not these days.
well, it depends. I mean, there's organizations that like exist to keep people from dying from AIDS.
Yeah, but they're
And
defunded.
exist.
Yeah, let's defund that.
I know, but mosquito nets.
Yep.
Well,
It was George Bush. So
Here, 81,000 to 138,000 people die from snake bites annually.
whoa.
where? Everywhere?
Globally.
Yeah, well,
Where?
that's,
Everywhere?
Globally.
Okay.
But I bet I can, like India and
Worldwide, an estimated 5.4 million people are bitten by snakes annually.
Jesus. We got to stop these snakes.
I feel like India's probably got a snake situation.
India has a major
You've
snake
been, right,
Yes.
yeah.
That's a major talking point going into
Okay,
that
yeah,
country.
58,000 per year in India
Yep.
is the highest.
So how about them, Dan? Do you not care about
I
the
do
Indians?
like Indian ladies. So yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
That's such a weird, like, nobody's clicking that.
Yeah. Some for some reason I do.
You do.
I don't know, like, you'll
Just the lady
occasionally
at the
see
gas
one.
station,
You'll
I'm really
occasionally
into
see
her.
one that's like, ooh, Muslim, and it's supposed to be like racy because
Yeah.
of the. But Indian is just it's interesting.
She's super kind.
So,
Exotics.
anyways, this Vax company, take it for what it is, has done a study that says that cocktails of the antitoxins may successfully prevent deaths and injuries from all snake families. So, it's a pretty interesting story that this guy just decided this is his life. His first snake encounter was a harmless bite by a garter snake when he was in kindergarten. And he became fascinated with the snake.
See, he does have that crazy eye when he gets bit, and it looks like
Cash
he's
saw
high.
him. He has crazy eye.
It looks like he's high. He's just floating around the room.
He didn't begin dabbling with snakes, quote, in earnest until about the year 2000. At one point around then, his basement housed 60 venomous snakes. But here's where things get weird.
Oh.
His experiments nearly ended soon after they began, reads
No
the
way.
article. On September 12th, 2001,
Can I guess?
crazed by the terrorist attack of the previous day and by the death of a friend a few days earlier, he let himself be bitten by 2 cobras.
Double barrel, both arms.
Which I find,
I don't care
pound for
anymore.
pound, to be the most insane series of words I've ever heard, right? So he's sitting there on 9/11.
Jesus.
Distraught.
He's watching Matt Lauer, and
He's already-
or first he's already like, oh, Jeff died.
Yeah.
The world is
had-
over.
Jeff died.
He had Ed McCaffrey on his fantasy
he's-
team.
Yeah, he was a huge Bad Radio
That's good.
P1 waiting to hear the
That's
second
good.
half of the Jim Brown interview that never aired. He's sitting there. He's watching Matt Lauer. The second plane hits the tower, and he's like, "I'm doing the snake thing tomorrow."
Tomorrow's the day.
Or is he? Does he already have it lined up? Like if right now I said tomorrow, I need you to figure out if you can be bitten.
Well, it
by
was after a night of restless, if he even slept at all.
Sure.
And he's
What with the 9/11?
just doesn't know what's
And
the
Jeff.
world going to be like. You know, as we move forward, and does it all matter? And yeah.
and that's your
matters?
origin story. Like some people went to the recruitment office. Like my brother was like, moved to join the military. This guy's like, I'm going to solve snake bites.
Booyah.
Dude,
Your
there's
brother
what a weird-
screamed.
Different kinds of
Hoorah.
heroes, man.
Joel Genesta went looking for
Hoorah.
edible berries, and, right? Wasn't he just camping and
Yeah.
cut off
Found
from
out
And he had
society?
recorded The Simpsons, and that's how he found out about it. But it's just like a weird thing to throw into the story. Like, okay, there's this interesting guy trying to solve snake bites by getting bit. And you're not going to believe this, but he wasn't going to do it until Al-Qaeda attacked the financial district.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own
So
flashpoint.
this is a silver lining to the whole terrorist attacks of September 11th.
That's
the,
right.
the best thing about 9/11.
And if you really think about it, if this does turn into an anti-venom that works
Yes.
throughout history, and you're saving 81 to 138,000 people per year,
It's more than 9/11.
He might be a god. Might be
Yeah.
a god.
per year.
Yeah, so this article says that after he did the 9/12 double bite, he had not built up enough immunity. After the first bite, he was fine, but after the second, he felt cold, his eyes started to droop, and he couldn't talk. He woke up in a coma, or from a coma, 4 days later.
Oh, wow.
And at that moment, he was like, this is it. I want to this is it.
Wait, he was alone
That was
in
his
a coma?
first time.
Or he got to a hospital?
He blacked out and woke up from a coma in a hospital.
Okay.
His wife was furious.
Dan, it says here that when you have a snake bite, an increased sense of well-being, blurred vision, giddiness, intense persistent euphoria, intense state of arousal.
Sounds kind of great.
I know.
Yeah.
You need snake.
Dude, what if that's all this really is? Is this guy figured out how awesome this high is, and he's like, I'm a scientist.
Yeah.
I'm helping the world.
on it.
I'll try to.
I'll be down in the basement in my lab, and he's just like Randy from South Park, like with the cheese or whatever. He's just down there. Hit me again. Come on, you pussies! Yelling at the snake. Juice it up. It's just like a very interesting human story. That video's been out there for 11 years. The YouTube video.
So isn't his body that is just changing? You're saying they're creating another thing that can be replicated in a lab?
So they sampled his blood, and they basically have said that the fact that he's carefully dosed so many different antivenoms might actually work as a universal, like it has enough different types of venom in it.
So if this was COVID, they would fast track it and all the snakes would be not a problem anymore.
That's right.
But now we got to
Operation Warp Speed him. Now we got to test it.
got to have placebo.
There'll be a lot more Indian ladies.
Yeah, Dan.
So,
Everywhere.
by the way, you mentioned like doing the Indian lady search.
That's all he's been thinking about for the last 10 minutes.
No,
Yeah.
I
Not a
thinking-
single word.
I thought it was interesting.
No, you
Not a
can't.
word.
You can't do that because
Okay. Yep.
you then get over Indian lady. Like if you search
Pocahontas.
cowboy, like if you're a lady who likes cowboys, you don't necessarily like one that's in the whole getup, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so yes,
Right.
not a Pocahontas. I'm talking about Dot.
But that
Yeah.
also would be they don't know that. So you're going to have to sift through that
But
already.
it's all in a big getup and full, as if they were just at a Indian wedding.
Right. You like more amateur than pro.
But just that you're an Indian, that's your
Who's
origin.
naked.
You don't have to then also be dressed up
Yes.
in the traditional garb of
Agreed.
having lived in India.
Yeah.
You can that can be your origin. That's my thing.
What's your search?
That's
Not
what I'm saying.
full Indian
Right. Yeah,
amateur
Well, I'm saying you
missionary.
can't
Yeah.
search anything.
How do you
that's
clarify
why you
it?
can't.
Indian, but not
I'm
all
trying
weird.
to say,
It's
yeah,
a long
yeah.
search.
Just the,
Mike
Did it
Sirois,
happen?
he should have taken the wireless right then. Now we need to just make sure he knows. He needs to be on the move.
yeah, let's get Mike over there.
I get it.
Anyways, we break into Indian coverage for golf.
Yeah, we're seeing what's going on
I
here.
think, though, you're describing an interesting point, which is a way to make it less racist.
Yeah.
Because if you had the whole...
You're making it more racist.
by putting, like, what is this? Halloween?
Right. They got the sparkly, the, what do you call that?
Yeah, I know all of it.
Type of a tattoo that's temporary, but it's
Henna?
real. Yeah, the henna tattoos.
I had to spring into action. I thought
What
it was
happened?
a hole
All
in
right.
one. It was merely a birdie from the bunker.
Mike is on the
Did you see me jump? You ever see me move that fast?
wireless. No.
The golf excitement just charged through his veins.
Yeah. I thought we had a hole in one. That sounded like a possible hole in one, but it was a birdie. It was a birdie 2.
All right, Mike's on the wireless. So today's goal is to find, for me, the largest discrepancy between an old man and a young woman.
Okay.
How about the other way around?
That's what Dan wants to find.
The older woman.
So just walk up to a couple that you
With
think
a
is a
younger
little
man.
bit old. The guy's a little bit older.
Okay.
And just be like, hey, what's going on? How are you guys? How'd you meet? How old are you?
I'm on it. Oh, some girl just saw you guys and just sprinted.
Hi, pretty girl.
Great for Cash.
saw
She
Cash.
was ignoring.
Yeah, nothing
and
to
I-
do
and
with
I
that.
told
Hi,
you
how you doing? What's
They
going
are
on?
Hugging.
That's
They are
Rachel.
touching.
20 years I've been
No one gives a
mean,
damn.
Oh, a second hug for Cash and a kiss.
No,
on the forehead.
our ratings are pretty good. I don't know.
Cool. What were you on
Oh,
radio?
a tepid wave
Here, come
toward
say
Dan
hi,
and
come say
Jake.
hi.
as she goes in for yet a third hug
now-
of Cash Sirois.
All right. Joining us now.
Why'd you have to
is-
take the headset off?
Give her own headset.
All right. Yeah, I mean, damn. Here, now
moron.
we're back on. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Sup?
who
How
are
are
you?
we doing?
Tell them who you are.
Why
who
are
you work
hugging-
for.
Why are you hugging
guys,
Cash Sirois?
I work for Tony Faye PR.
Okay.
You know Tony
right.
Faye, that
Absolutely.
guy?
Yeah.
Damn straight.
We're out here. We're repping Choctaw. We're out here supporting the Byron. I'm getting escorted around by Red Pants. to
You're an
check out
escort?
these activations.
Whoa.
No,
When they-
the Red Pants
Oh,
are
he's an
escorts.
escort.
When they
I want to
said,
make sure. I want to make sure that's very clear. The Red Pants.
Okay,
are
we were just
actually
about to talk about
hidden
Bill
escorts.
Belichick. But
yeah,
That's
It
good.
was weird.
I'd like to chime in on that. Actually, can we do that?
Is she an escort?
Here's the deal.
and what does that
There's
even
a couple
mean?
ways we could
basically,
we could
aren't
skin
they?
this cat.
Aren't they all?
Ladies?
Oh,
Well, that's not.
She's not dumb. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not dumb.
She's bad at PR. If that's your
Or
game.
The fact that no one actually knows the origin story, she might be very good at it. Right?
Yeah, maybe she's a genius. She's actually doing all this stuff on purpose because
She's basically his publicist.
Make everyone.
right?
Oh, she's
Baked
fully
in.
No, she's
operating. as-
CEO of his.
She's fully
his
operating in
entire
a
life.
comms role, and I feel like she's watching it.
The outfits are rough. We need to start with a stylist and then work backwards.
Yeah, you know her mom owns a sex shop.
Bible, swear. Is that true?
That's
Yeah,
100% true.
according
like
to
in-
the New York
I have
Times.
not
like
seen
Cape
that.
Cod or something.
Yeah.
In
So,
Cape
like-
Cod? Well, that makes sense. I
like
love
a
I love
nice-
a good
Well,
that makes
weekend in
sense.
P-Town.
Yeah, just a weekend
Cod.
getaway dildo shop.
Well, now that's a good story to unpack. Now I'm interested.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't know that like making the world hate you and your clients is like.
You know, I saw her and met her at NFL Honors, and
Did
I
you?
thought, and I thought, bold. You wore a bikini, but you know, she's in my mind. It's like she knows he'll be gone in 20 years for, any
Death.
It's a power grab.
3 years.
It's a power grab.
Potentially. And I mean, then she'll, this is only the beginning of her life and her career. I think
Oh,
it's interesting.
yeah.
TC,
you're right.
TC and I think she'll be hosting like Good Morning America in 10 years.
Oh my god.
That's terrifying.
Oh my god.
Also, not out of the question.
Not out of the question,
Like
but
she's not really good at PR, but
That-
she is good at making people pay attention to her.
It's like the Kardashian method over and over again, guys. I know this.
Well, she had to get like.
The demographic for y'all isn't female necessarily, but that's the game.
Yeah, but if you think about it, though, it's a more respectable, and I have no problem with Kim Kardashian, but the origin story is kind of getting boned on camera. Like,
Would you watch
That
a
didn't happen to Jordan
Would you watch
Hudson.
a Belichick sex tape?
no.
Maybe.
of course
Why?
I would.
of course.
I want to see how she navigates.
Oh, so
We're all interested. It's a logistical thing.
It's
Yeah.
only it might be out there.
It's just for
but
study,
it's only a matter of
technical.
How
time.
out there?
It is so funny that when you asked that question, I didn't even consider her. All I thought about was him. And
No,
I'm like,
I don't
I don't want to watch
That's
that.
why I'll
No,
watch
that's
it.
I
right.
said
That's very nice.
I'm like,
I want to see Bill's.
oh yeah,
It's
she's
not
there.
about her.
Live. Can you please?
Yeah. All right. Forget that.
You know, because his ex-girlfriend was older, not his age, but she was older and very attractive.
She had another older dude too, right?
Jordan Hudson or the
That's
other
new.
one?
That's a new story that I just saw.
Right.
Her last boyfriend was
Yes.
64 years old.
She has a big dick Mitch.
No, is that guys? I
Yes.
need to do a
Seriously.
deep dive. I've
Yeah.
like been so distracted with the Blake Lively of it all. Y'all are actually in the
We've-
real.
you
You're in
know
the
what?
Belichick business.
I saw that story on the off-ramp like 3 months ago and decided not touching
I
it.
did too.
Looks like too fucking much. Just the ladies are mad.
The deep
It's
dive.
a women thing. It looks like it's becoming political, and I just said, keep on going.
I did.
Would you
did the
watch
same
a?
exact
I don't
thing.
want to know who Justin Baldoni is.
I don't know who he is. I'm so with you, dude.
I just keep it moving.
He's
the
a very
whole thing felt-
sensitive man.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Would you watch
He's
a?
a very sensitive. What does that mean?
I don't know. I met him in person.
What it
again. All I
means
can
is
say
this:
very high
is
EQ.
that like 90% of the dudes who are way out front white knighting for women, like care, believe, we love all women, are dirtbags.
And
And
he's
he got caught.
Or-
He's overcompensating.
No, she thinks he's
I
great.
support women, but I don't need to wear it on my sleeve every day, right? Like
Hey,
he overdoes
you
it
got
a
a
little
good
bit.
hot take because that was my feeling. Is he was actually speaking to 1,000 women at a benefit on like domestic violence as the beneficiary, and he was speaking, and I thought, ooh, I don't know about this guy. He was leaning into heavy. He's like, all men need to work on themselves. You know,
Oh
the
yeah,
whole thing. He's got his rhetoric.
He's speaking to his base.
they broke him down.
Well,
Can I let you know
guys,
that earlier when you said, or not you, but we're talking red
Do you
pants?
need to go?
Yeah, somebody was like, yeah, the red pants can show you in here. This one's for the red pants. But the first 3 times I thought they were saying red panda, and I was super confused. They're like, this
You're
one.
excited? She'll.
They're like the red
Like right between
red
cut,
panda
cut
get you
day
this
and
one
moving
for
day.
60,000. I was like, what the
They wheel Red
Why would they
Panda
have
out
her
on
out? I
the
mean, I'm
first
like, I
tee.
get, bring the people in.
You know, on the
I
other
was excited.
on the other side of this wall, you got a red pant DJing.
Oh, really?
They do it all. They're
Nice.
they're escorting. They're doing
You
multiple.
really got to stop using that word.
Yeah.
What's an alternative?
Hosting.
For escort?
Yeah.
They're guiding.
Guiding.
Volunteers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assisting. That works. Well, hey,
I
thanks for
use
joining
escort,
us.
it's fine.
64-year-old
This was an
Josh Zuckerman
Right. That's the
told
older one.
TMZ, "My former girlfriend is wise beyond her years, more than any other 20-something I've ever met in my life.
Why do you know so many of them?
Narrative about her character is not fair to her." Yeah, I thought she's been dating Belichick for like 3 years, and she's 24.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she wasn't that much 20-something dating this guy, right?
Wise beyond her years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think the judge is like, well,
Well,
So you saw her when she was
Checks out.
wearing
we
this.
gave her an aptitude test, and she's wise
Is that the
beyond her
silver
years.
bikini?
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, you saw her. You met her while she was wearing that,
Yeah.
She pulled
It was bold.
Bezos' girlfriend.
and you're like, "Whoa."
yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't tell if she was. Honestly, I think she was in on the bit. I think she crushed it. Guys, she's 2 steps ahead. She's not dumb.
All right,
Would
so you
you-
like her.
Would you watch a Nick Saban sex tape?
God, I would never.
Okay.
Too much respect for. What's his wife's name? I've already forgotten.
Miss Terry.
Yeah, Miss Terry would never.
Okay. But Belichick, yes.
And Miss Terry, we trust. Like, let's just be honest. Matriarch
In Miss
of football.
Terry, we trust.
Yeah.
Okay, how about Shannon Sharp?
I know you're not looking at me because I'll
'Cause you
watch
said-
all of it.
yeah, you told me you'd watch them the
I'll
other
watch
day.
Belichick, Saban, and Shannon Sharp together. I don't care. I'm interested.
Well, on that note, guys, thanks for having me.
All right, well, good luck.
Okay.
Thank you for
Yeah,
stopping
sure.
by.
I love an overshare and a headset. Everybody get you a Choctaw Crush. Enjoy the day. It rained. Rainbow's out. It's beautiful. Y'all are the best. Bye.
Hey, thanks.
Thank you.
Good show ender there.
Great
That
seeing
was
you.
fun.
That was awesome.
Are the rainbows
You
out?
rock. Thank you.
I don't know. I don't know
I
how they
actually
work.
saw a rainbow. I think that's probably where that was rooted.
Enjoy your escort.
I don't see any big gaps. What's the girl's name? Belichick and Jordan?
Jordan Hudson.
Jordan Hudson. All
Yeah.
right. So I'm going to try to find a Belichick-Hudson relationship. but-
Yeah, I mean that's a big
I think
gap
across the way you're going to find more.
over there.
Well, I don't know. That's also like
What are you saying? Like based on
yeah,
money?
company bought
Oh.
suites. Do you bring your
I don't know if you do.
to the company?
I mean, the truth is,
No,
Cash
you do.
Cash has been in way more of those situations than we have.
Yeah, I think in general that's
because it probably it pisses off the regular
a little
wife
too
of,
public.
like,
Yes,
your buddy who's still with his battle axe.
right. That's
This
why
is like her day.
Yeah.
You're like, did you really have to bring Krista?
right. Or you have her kind of meet you there.
Yeah.
Oh, you just kind of run into her again.
There you go.
That's weird.
It's kind of hard. Every dude out here is interchangeable. Every
Golf
male
outfit.
here is interchangeable.
They all look like Mike Sirois.
Yeah, like me.
What's this guy got here? Let's see if they're just talking to Clayton during the show. Let's see what they got.
All right, we'll say hi to these guys. Hey, are you guys just fans of You guys just fans of Engineer Clayton?
Are we fans of what?
Engineer Clayton?
No, we were just wondering how many types of chargers he had back there because we've had a vaporizer that is now dead.
Let's see that bad boy.
You don't want to see it. Not in the state of Texas. I would show it to you if we
Just
were in
bring it
Colorado.
over here. We're not. Just,
What do you
And he did not offer you a charger that you
I
needed.
have a
We're
weed.
USB. He said we're all USB-C here.
I have a weed pin on
should-
me.
I saw something on
Get
Twitter.
an Elite Rides DFW. They have all chargers
Yeah, well.
available.
All of those wires, he has to have a micro
Something on
USB
Twitter-
in there somewhere, right?
I would think so, and he just denied you. He said no.
What's your?
It's fair enough.
what are you
I've been
saying, Dan?
denied before, but I'll keep pressing on.
Clayton also was recently struck by lightning and only speaks Mandarin, so he probably didn't understand you.
I'm very, very sorry about that. I am not fluent in Mandarin, so next time I need to recharge a vape, it'll only be in English.
In the USA. All right, good luck. And if you get that thing charged, come find us.
Oh, and we found one just
Hey,
as they
they
walk
found-
away.
Hey, hey.
Hey!
Who's still
Come
saying?
Who
here.
cares? We don't care about
I
Your
don't know.
heroes.
I thought they were.
Your heroes, the Dumb Zone. You need to subscribe now to the Dumb Zone.
Right.
Who's still saying vaporizer?
That guy.
He went formal with it.
Okay, if he gets him to subscribe, then I'm
Right.
Yeah.
All right, now I'll make him get his phone out and subscribe.
Do it right now.
What do we want on?
Yeah.
On YouTube or what do we?
No, make him pay.
Yeah, he needs to buy a yearly.
Patreon.com.
On what? The Dumb Zone or Patreon?
Just tell him to go to dumbzone.com.
Dumbzone.com.
Okay, yeah, dumbzone.com.
All right, now as part of the deal, we need you to go to dumbzone.com.
Right
you
now.
have to subscribe
Yep.
to the podcast you're enjoying and
Right now.
stealing electricity from. He's going to do it right now. He's got his phone
That's
out.
the price.
It's not stealing. It was offered.
Yes.
All right.
A deal.
I'm
We're
not,
bartering.
I'm
It's
not
a
interested in
barter.
this
See you at the
anymore.
show.
All right.
Take the thing back.
Get my cable back.
All right,
No,
now.
it's fine. Let him charge it, and then let's move on.
Another thing I saw, or yeah, at least get a YouTube sub.
I tried. Jake wasn't
All
interested.
right, he's going to do it. Look,
All right, he's
he's
doing
pulling
it.
out his phone.
We're getting a
All
YouTube
right.
sub.
What'd you see? Twitter?
Just one of those things of I can't believe how how easy kids have it these days, type thing. But it was I can't believe people used to smoke out of a Pepsi can or an apple or and then have like a Snuggie in a toilet paper roll,
Yeah, so
blowing, Whereas
My whole
now,
life you're talking
There you
about.
go.
now kids are pulling out a little vape pen out of their pocket, hitting it real quick, and then they're done.
Yeah.
Like this guy. 'cause
Subscribe.
He didn't want to show us his vape.
Yeah,
did
but
it.
you
Thank
know,
you.
you know what's that is cool
Thank
though
you.
is that means
One
there's a
Kids
subscriber.
these days.
We subscribe?
One
Yeah.
subscriber added.
All right.
there's
There
a
you go.
space.
Dividends.
You're welcome.
That means there's a space if you're like in high school or college or something where you could be cool by burning real flour. Like I bet if there's a guy in a high school who's like, oh cool dude, you smoke a vape, awesome, but he knows how to roll a joint.
Yep.
Like do you remember in American Pie the way that the dorky kid was gonna bone Stifler's mom is he drank liquor. Like everybody wanted to cup for the keg and he's like, these are boys. So I bet there's a kid out there,
Oh,
or a
yeah.
group of dudes who are like, yeah man,
I don't need a rolling machine. Just give me $1
I got
bill.
2 knives and a Mountain Dew 2-liter. That was my move. It feels like drugs, too. Anytime you're involving a heating unit, it really starts to feel like drugs.
The coil on the kitchen with
yeah.
the burner.
Oh, yeah.
2 knives on that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Just a full dome.
That's
shot.
why when you catch your kid doing something nefarious, you can't be that mad. You got to remember yourself. I think ladies tend to forget.
They
once
either
they get-
forget or they weren't, like, I know your wife had a brother, but they just weren't, like, intimately involved in male youth and just how insane it is.
Even
Especially-
lady stuff. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
about
true.
my wife, what she was doing in college, but I know what some of the other ladies I was associating with in college were doing. And, like, if you ever said your kid will be doing that someday, like,
Yeah, it
all
seems
these
unnatural,
respectable
But
looking,
it's very natural.
yeah, 40-something wives
Yeah.
were all
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Going
it's
nuts.
Listen, when you have you're like 22 and you have your tongue in the behind of someone you just met,
whoa.
the last thing you want to be thinking is, yeah, my kid will probably be in the exact same situation on the other end of this one day.
That's why you have to do those things drunk.
Yeah, so you
so
just
that
like
you aren't thinking about your
and,
future
exactly,
kid, yeah.
and then tomorrow morning you're just like, boy, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's true.
Then you're
Nobody can
ignoring,
live like that.
now you're ignoring her in the cafeteria the next morning, like pretending you weren't together.
That's a mutual agreement.
Yeah.
That nobody wants to acknowledge any of that.
God, you just put me in a time warp.
It's gonna happen. Instantly, Cash opened his eyes and was like, "Oh my god,
Hit me.
Got a sports hypothetical email,
nice."
kind of directed at you, Blake.
Okay.
If Blake's softball starting 9 played defense for 1 inning against the Rangers, how many runs would they allow before they were able to get 3 outs?
These Rangers
0 because they can't hit right now.
Waka, 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 waka.
are they throwing a softball?
Yeah,
Well, now that's that.
Do we
wasn't
get a pitcher?
detailed. What do you mean? Do you get a professional pitcher?
Yeah.
I think you have to.
Let's say you do, but
he throws 70.
they put it in play.
Yeah,
Like you get a
opportunities.
replacement level bullpen pitcher or something. Yeah, just somebody that's he's not going to be mowing people down, but the ball will be put in play every time, and it won't be home runs. Like a home run doesn't count. Let's say that. So they're going to have to put it in play.
Yeah.
Like even
I
a
don't
fly
know.
ball wouldn't
Dude.
be caught, right?
That outfield is so much bigger than everyone besides Blake thinks it is.
It's a lot of ground to cover. The ball's hanging in the air for
You
a while.
have 13 people or whatever softball does.
10.
Did you ever have like a major league caliber person hit you a ground ball
No, but I remember catching a pop fly from Kinsler when he played on Jack White's team, and I was amazed at how high and long the ball stayed in the air. It is different.
Yeah, that's true.
But a ground ball is like 1,000,000 miles an hour at you.
I could
Like
get
you would not.
Well,
Huh?
if they smoke it.
Hoover
Not
that shit.
necessarily.
Oh my God! You would not be anywhere near. You would be so hurt. Even if you fielded it, you'd be hurt. Like you would actually be surprised that it's in your glove, and then there's no way you make the throw to first base. Because they'll beat out any ground ball
Yeah, that's true.
before you could actually throw it.
That's true. Who was telling us the other day they had their kid run the ball to the base? In youth sports? Somebody was telling us.
Yeah.
It was funny. Like, and I started thinking, like, is that too far? I'm
No,
really thinking,
because then
I took my background check yesterday. Like, I'm thinking about coaching a lot. I was talking to our finance guy, Billy, and he's like the most chill, just nothing moves the needle guy ever. And then we started talking about coaching his 6-year-old girl's soccer team or whatever age, and he got really animated. And I was like,
weird,
here it is,
man.
dude. And he's like, so I got this thing, and he started telling me about something that I'm like, I've seen someone do this to us, which is he's like, the only thing they know is throw the ball in quick. You got one?
Give her something down there.
That's that one. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
So his whole bit is just like, take the ball when we have a throw in, throw it at the goal.
It was after the Rangers
And
thing.
everybody just chills and stands there. So is it bad form to have your Little League infielders just run the ball to first base?
Interesting.
And would Blake have to do that and just hope for pop flies or ground balls in the vicinity of a tag-out base?
I'm thinking that the Rangers score infinity runs.
There's no way.
No, dude.
Maybe not infinity, but
No, they would run into some
Every
outs.
right-handed hitter is going to hit the ball to Blake.
Well,
And it's
I
just a
don't-
matter of can he field the ball and get it to first base or
I mean,
second.
he's going to have the best chance on his team, but it's still not going to be a great chance.
I believe in Blake.
I think we could get 27 outs at some point.
It's only 3.
It's one inning.
Yeah, it was one
inning.
One inning?
That's what
oh
I'm
my
saying.
God.
Yeah.
If it was
They wouldn't
27
score
outs,
infinity.
I
They wouldn't
predict
score infinity.
1,000.
Oh, 1 inning, we could hold them under 10.
I think quite easily.
Joining us now from the
A
Bond
pop
game
fly is
is
a pop fly.
Emily Jones, everyone.
Wow.
Emily!
Game.
Emily!
Hey,
Keep it going.
Dairy Queen.
Do you yell? What's your level of yell at youth sports?
It's moderate. As a matter of fact, I'm watching Game Changer right now.
Is this an app?
It
Yeah.
is. It is. Just came from a Hattie's volleyball game. Very intense 3-set.
How'd we do? We get it done?
We did.
All
Got
right.
the win. We're overhand serving now. It's
Oh, my God.
big development.
Did Hattie get the game-winning point?
She did
flying
not, but
above the
she-
net, slow motion
She
spike.
served like a boss today.
Do we kill yet?
How old is she?
They're trying. She's 12. No,
12.
11. I mean, about to be 12.
How many girls that were previously boys are her opponents?
None so far, but it's early.
That
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
happening. It's
We're only in 5th grade.
a
So
pandemic.
How would you
We
react
did-
if
we
her
did get a
team
call, so-
was getting smoked?
So I get a call the other day. I don't know how you guys, like, the amount of correspondence that we get from the school is so next level.
It's a lot.
I mean, it's recorded voicemails all the time.
Just let me know when there's a shooter.
Yes. So the most recent one is to please tell your kids to keep. This is for my 7th grader. Keep your stuffed animals at home. Who's bringing what 7th and 8th graders are bringing stuffed animals to school? Well, apparently
know,
they're furries.
Well, they call them that, but what happened is we did away with bullying.
Yeah.
So now there's just an unchecked marketplace of kids not being told they suck.
We did away with bullying.
So, I mean, it sucks. There's a trade-off in everything. Like, nobody... The other day, I swear to God, I was telling TC this. My daughter is so picky right now to a degree that, like, I was picky. I know it's worse than other kids. It's bad. And her lunch was a biscuit with peanut butter on it.
Okay.
Like, that's what she wanted. And she got home, and she had eaten about half of it. She's like, such and such said my lunch looks like a dirty diaper. And I was like, that's because it does. That shit is disgusting. I was like, your lunch looks gross. And people are going to continue to make fun of you until you start to eat
Until
the
you
stuff
eat a
the other
sandwich.
kids do. I was like, I'll pack you pizza, macaroni, whatever. But if you keep eating crusty biscuit with old peanut butter, people are going to be like, that looks disgusting.
Right. Yeah.
So bully them a little.
Yeah, there's a balance there, right? I mean, I told the story when I was on with Donovan Lewis, our friend from the ticket. They were talking about nicknames. I mean, I ran through Gorilla because I was hairy, and Dishpan Ass because I had no butt, and then Mosquito Bites because I had no boobs.
Oh my God!
And so
Triple Crown.
But yes,
Those are
but I feel like that shit prepared me for what I was going to deal with from people like you.
Yes.
yeah.
What?
Don't look at me.
In the bit, I'm
She
looking
meant
at
him.
Dan.
She's staring it down.
I mean, I'm burning a hole right in Dan's skull right now. But yeah, I mean, there is a certain level of, and I think it's as parents too. We've become so soft and so hovery and protective, and
You know what's weird though is
Yeah.
that
I had it too. It was the bulge. You know, and I'm like,
It was so painful.
brutal.
So embarrassing.
Brutal.
where were they looking when they
everywhere
said
he
that?
everywhere he went.
Where were they
There
looking?
he is, old bulgy.
Old bulgy
Old
back.
bulgy, old bulgy
What were
pants.
they-
Here he comes.
I don't get it. What were they talking about?
I don't know.
I
I
don't get it
still, I
either.
Did
still
you have
don't.
like a belly
Doesn't make
or
any
something?
I
sense.
still don't know.
Yeah.
Just didn't like it.
If you got divorced right now, how old are you?
47. It
How,
sounds
How
awful.
old? No, it doesn't.
Oh
Not
my
at all.
g-
I'm 40 this year.
To date again?
Well, yeah.
Go through that whole process?
hear that.
But just stay
Out.
with me. Play along.
Okay.
How old would you go?
Oh, not very.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's my favorite thing about coming to golf tournaments.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of
Let's
that.
find some Jordan
I
Hudson,
mean-
Bill Belichick.
Oh, yeah. Maybe 55. I mean, I'm 47. I need to make sure everything still works and looks right. You know?
You're very superficial.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
Whereas guys aren't like
Aye.
that.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all. Yeah, I had a 6 foot. I had a 6 foot minimum when I was dating. I wouldn't date anyone under 6 foot.
How tall are you?
5'7".
Okay.
And I think it's because I wanted to feel small.
Hell yeah.
I know.
Did they have to be
What?
extra hairy too?
What did I say? I don't even get that
No,
one.
that's just
It's just a great
it's just
sentence.
metal as fuck. I like it.
Did they have to have a
But
beard?
also, like, I
long
started
hair,
thinking because like my mom's 5'7", and I immediately was like, "Is mom trying to get domed? Why is my stepdad so tall?"
yeah.
Stuff. But so is it a normal like after 55? Should I expect it to look bad down there? You're saying you had to, like is it?
I mean, I think gravity.
I never
just,
saw my grandpa.
Gravity's undefeated.
Gravity starts to take. My dad used to wear whitey tighties around the house, which was very unstable. Now that I look back on it, as the father of 2 girls raising us by himself.
With a smoke.
Actually, you're spot on.
I love this guy.
Yeah. So yeah, things just start. He was bulgy, also
I
bulgy guy.
Yep.
It's not much you can hide in tighty whities.
No.
There's not a whole lot of mystery there.
Dude, when I was young, I was laying on my back, like in the living room of our grandparents' house, and my grandma stepped over me in like a whatever grandmas wear with nothing underneath. And it's just a frozen moment in my life.
Is she not wearing underwear?
No.
Okay.
It's
No.
Florida.
Yeah, it's Florida. Flowing.
But I will say, like,
Traumatized.
Wait, is that the first time? So that must be the first time you ever saw one in person.
Yes.
Was it like as if a tumbleweed had popped over you, and
Yes.
but it was covered by a big dress?
It was just a flash
Yeah.
that I'm pretty sure I saw.
Did you tell
This is
Cash?
killing me.
I don't think
I
I
don't
ever
feel
saw
like I've ever heard this story. I feel like I have not heard this story.
Whistle at you a little.
I feel like
It's like watching a 3D movie.
Nothing fell out of there.
okay.
She was old.
Yeah.
She was old.
Yeah. I feel like there's
sweating.
not a whole lot
A little puff of dust.
pretty.
No, either way. I mean, male genitalia is not an attractive.
God, I'm sweating.
No.
Do you think that Bill Belichick ever sent Jordan Hudson a dick pic? Like, because
100%.
I missed that generation. Like,
Whoa, really?
I didn't
100%.
Like, I haven't.
No way.
But I did an online date,
No way.
so I didn't really.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh, I bet he did.
No, because that's
Boy,
a move.
I'm conflicted there.
That's an early move where yes, youth
She's
certainly
like
plays a part.
like 3-4 years ago, did he?
he's not dressing up as a pirate with a fisherman with the mermaid before her.
Right. That's
Like
what I'm saying. If
he's
she
jumping into a role.
Yeah.
If she requested it, I'm certain he
Yeah.
did it. Yeah.
I thought absolutely no and talked myself out of it.
I mean, I can't. Just the thought of having sex with Bill Belichick is just.
Would you watch the sex
So-
tape?
That's
my
our question of the
God.
day.
Would you watch it? No.
Of course I would. We're asking me?
Gross. No.
Why?
What about-
I would watch a sex tape. I'm not watching Bill Belichick.
What about Nick
That's-
Saban and Miss Terry?
No. If I'm going to watch somebody
What about
else
Hillary
do it,
Clinton?
no,
Let's
I
make
want
it,
him to be
or
hot and
Condoleezza
young.
Rice, someone you
No.
respect.
No.
Not Hillary.
Wash.
I want him to be no. Oh God, no.
Kamala?
Wash.
Kamala and Wash.
Wash and
Oh
the
my God.
Why'd you do
Asian
that?
lady.
Yeah, Wash and the Asian reporter that
Stop. Oh my God. Speaking of burn, he'd have a lung dart. I can't.
Oh yeah, him afterward tugging on a cig,
Okay.
laying in bed.
What would he say?
we're here again with Emily.
What would he
Jones.
say?
I don't know. I did my part. I teed it up. You grab the upswing club and knock it down the fairway.
I'm good.
Would it be cool
Good. Emily
if
still
your
has
daughter,
kind of a real job.
if
so-
your daughter was dating Bill Belichick? I think
No.
it'd be great if mine was.
Why?
Fucking Bill Belichick, bro.
Yeah.
you get to learn
The goat.
so much.
Yeah.
goat.
Can you imagine
I would be very
Thanksgiving
out on
dinner
that.
and then we're watching the game afterwards with Bill Belichick?
Yeah, he seems like a real peach to be around.
Then he
Yeah.
can rail my daughter. Whatever.
Whoa.
Oh, hey.
It's her choice.
It is
She's
her
an
choice.
adult.
You don't really believe that. You're doing.
Because your kids are in college now,
Although
aren't they?
he's still got to rent a car for her, right?
Yeah.
She cannot rent a
26.
So you'd still have to do that, yeah.
Are your kids in college?
car. Yeah.
Have you ever walked in on them getting railed?
You did say it.
You did.
You open door ajar.
Definitely open the door.
I have never walked in on anyone getting railed in any situation. No.
What about making out?
No.
Do they do that?
Necking.
I don't know.
Necking.
I'm not that into their personal lives.
Okay.
But if they brought home Bill Belichick, I'm on board.
Yeah.
Just somebody, not like
Let's get the fine china.
Can you imagine the awkwardness between Dan and Bill Belichick?
Oh my
Hey,
God.
man.
like I'm not on board with Andy
Brady,
Reid.
huh?
I don't want Andy Reid brought over.
Eatsy's
Why?
brought some food.
I don't know. It just doesn't feel.
You eat meat?
It's Bill Belichick, bro.
It's you're the one who's has a hard on for him. I think it would be very
Belichick,
weird.
LeBron.
How about this? I think he's a bad
Tiger.
guy. I don't think he's a good person.
Agreed.
You
Like at all.
You like Indian ladies?
So I don't. If that's
So,
Yeah, no, I don't think he's a great guy or anything, but you know,
so that's it. It's just
he's the architect of 7 Super Bowl winners.
and the franchise
Or is it
value went
6?
to whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time focusing right now because I'm imagining Bill Belichick having sex.
Yeah. It's
I'm
not
just gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
but
happen.
you're on board with seeing it.
Yeah.
Now we talked earlier that the news story is that Jordan Hudson had a 64-year-old boyfriend previous to Bill Belichick.
That's
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So this is her bit.
Yeah.
This is her bit
Very
now.
successful at it. He was successful, too.
And now there's another story out today. Let's see. Who is this?
This story is fascinating, though.
It's
Yeah.
culturally you could not make it up.
It's
you could
so
not make it up.
fascinating.
And I can't stop
Like,
thinking
he's
about
maybe
it.
the last person, right?
He
You would
is
think,
the last person.
being this.
Yes.
And a girl who's involved in screwing up interviews and like
Right.
overbearing and maybe controlling
So-
him.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Like,
what if the
how?
roles were reversed and this was a dude yapping from the back during the interview that we're not talking about this?
But it's
Aren't
like Martha Stewart or
yeah,
something.
aren't we like, oh, he's taking advantage of her? And this is
100%.
awful.
She's
Yeah.
got
Pat
Alzheimer's.
Summit.
Yeah, basically imagine it's like
Pat Summit.
so it's Pat Summit and it's like some YouTube looking kid.
Okay.
And he's like 22 and he's jumping in. Hey, we're
bro,
not
bro,
asking.
bro.
Pat's not getting into how we met.
Not today.
She's
Not
not alive,
today,
is she?
Well,
Didn't she die?
Didn't want to bring it up.
Why don't we go with Martha Stewart?
She died the same day as Buddy Ryan.
a coaching
actually.
great. We were looking.
Who will
for.
forget?
Let's do Kim Mulkey.
Kim Mulkey.
Oh, yeah, that's
Kim-
a good one.
Okay,
Kim Mookie
her
Blaylock.
getting dominated is about as likely as
Right.
as Bill
Yes.
Belichick.
Yeah.
You think he's telling her what to do?
Right.
It's
The
amazing.
guy's wearing a tank top.
No, I'm not taking off his boa.
Like a Gold's Gym string tank top.
Like, what would be the equivalent? Yeah, to the mermaid photo, like Pat Summitt's like dressed like Moana. Pat Summitt's dressed like Moana.
Move on from Pat Summit. She's not with us.
I know, but
She left us tragically, I think.
That's 2016.
Why is that tragic? How is it tragic?
I don't know. It
You're the winningest coach ever.
Oh, her chute didn't open.
okay.
That would be tragic,
She
right?
stepped over Mikey and off the cliff.
Have y'all seen any heels roaming around here?
No, I see
No.
sensible.
Oh.
These girls are doing the.
Get
runway.
it, girl. Get it. Get it. Get it.
Oh.
You're up now, Wimbledon.
Do you want to take the wireless out and interview
You're
people?
up with, sure.
Yeah,
let's
Emily
have
on
Emily do
wireless.
it. There
I
you
love
go.
that.
Emily Wireless.
Okay.
Steve,
Do better than I did.
Steve Bellin.
Go find us women who are looking for a man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's on the market
you
here?
gotta do
No
this
one's on
one.
the market?
No one's on the market, but
Is that how that works?
I'm always on the market.
all I found was
forget.
a guy who needed a phone charger or a
Every
vape
time I
charger.
text you,
so
it means
You can do. You can do.
the bar is low.
You'll do
The bar
fine.
is so very low.
A guy that needed a. Good job, Mikey.
I did wireless, man. That was classic.
You look like a vapor. Do you have a charger?
Classic Mikey.
what a coup. We have Emily Jones,
How about that?
who will roam the stands for the Rangers. She's roaming the stands of the Byron Nelson for us.
I mean,
That's
people are just
incredible.
going to
Can you imagine?
recognize her and walk up to her.
That's
That's
incredible.
Emily Jones.
Right.
They're going to be like, hey, mosquito bite.
I remember you. Turn around.
Didn't we go to school together?
It's good.
Oh, it's Gorilla.
Oh, I got
That's
you.
funny.
What was it? Gorilla, mosquito bite,
good?
and whatever?
Dish pan ass.
Dish pan
that good?
ass. That
Dish
sounded good.
pan ass.
So I solved two
Dish
of the
pan.
three.
You worked on 2 of those?
I solved two.
You have to.
Technology and
Yeah.
stuff.
Technology, yeah.
It's interesting because
Okay.
they have stuff for all
See,
three.
who should
So
we
it's
talk
Find
to?
the oldest
Oh, look,
dude
no,
you
I'm
would
gonna check
bang.
These girls. Where's
Oh,
the
yeah.
girl that was dancing?
Yeah, there you go. Look at her go. This is how it's
Hey,
done.
What's going on?
oh, dude, she just.
We're
fucking-
broadcasting live right now. We want to know about the dance moves you just put on.
Oh, I used to be a sports broadcaster, so I was being silly. I always
you
appreciate
dance.
I'm a sports broadcaster,
Have you ever heard of
and
Emily
I
Jones?
don't dance like that. Can you teach me your moves?
Come on,
Uh-oh.
They came from the heart.
Okay. How old are you girls? Y'all are adorable.
25.
Oh, of course you are.
We're
All
not as
25
young
at
as
the
you
same
probably
time.
think we are.
How old do they think you are?
How old do you think I am? 44. Okay. Oh, they're trying to be nice. Okay, they think I'm 35.
Wrong. Yeah, that's a lie.
47.
Wrong.
I'm old enough to
You
be
look
your
so
mother.
good.
Yeah, thank you.
The first girl who was just being straight up honest was like 43, 44.
Yeah.
Okay, can I?
That's good stuff.
Well, I'll send you some information. Okay, how old would you be willing to go? You know this whole Bill Belichick story? Yeah. So how old?
So my man is actually a year and a half younger than me, so I'm the cougar in this situation.
Like 30, like if I'm 24, like 30. I go like 10 years. Like I'm saying hypothetically, like max.
How annoying are these voices?
What if he's
world, bro.
really rich and has won 7 Super Bowls?
I have my dad for that. I don't need a rich man.
Richness does not fix those wrinkles.
Dude, like golf
See, they're
tournament.
concerned about
I'm gonna be
wrinkles.
totally honest with you. If you asked me right now what my goals for Nora are as a father, it would be that her
I don't
answer
care
is
about your
that.
money. I don't
When it's would you fucking old
Well, I'm
dude
married.
say no because I'm just
Yeah.
trying to get
So
what you
I
get from a
wouldn't go very
dad.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
I want.
It would,
Is
you
that
real
if
put
you
your
want a
head
fucking
down.
old
Girls,
dude,
it
do
sounds
it.
like you have
But
your
it's not because
priorities
you're trying to
straight.
replace
I
me.
appreciate that. Okay, y'all enjoy.
Bye guys, listen
Thanks,
to the Dumb Zone.
ladies.
Okay, what else?
Subscribe to the Dub
Emily,
Zone.
you are such a freaking
All right, here's-
assassin.
That was great.
Yeah, you're great, Emily.
Just like the prosest pro I've ever seen.
No
It's like,
bullshit.
hey,
Perfect.
See what else we've got here.
Here's what we need you to do, Emily.
What?
Because I want to balance out the sexist Major League Baseball, I'd like you to find a hot guy and get his phone number for yourself.
Yeah,
Ooh,
for sure.
yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure.
What could go wrong?
Get yourself some of that wiener.
Evan's gonna be in a goddamn pretzel.
Jesus. What's going on, guys?
Look for a bulge.
How y'all doing?
What's going on?
Good. We're broadcasting live. You think that's awesome? You guys ever heard of the Dumb Zone? The
Now you
Dumb
have.
Zone? Jake Kemp and Dan McDowell. You heard of them? Okay, well, we're moving on then. I want people to say bad things about them.
Oh.
What's going on, guys? Y'all know about the ticket?
That's our phone charge, guys.
No, you could use the ticket.
Yeah, start with the
for the
ticket.
Dairy-
Start with the ticket. Say we got.
That's our phone charge,
No,
guys.
I don't
Emily.
work for Dairy Queen.
Say we got fired.
I think you can buy one.
Where?
I got it from my friend Josh Abbott. It's Josh Abbott's hat.
Oh, you dropped something.
Yeah, thanks. How old are you guys?
You don't never ask a lady her age.
Yeah. Well, you're not. So what's your age?
I'm 40.
He's not a lady.
What's your age?
50.
50.
Ask him if he'd fuck Bill Belichick.
How young? Yeah. Would you have sex
Mike's
with
on
Bill
his way.
Belichick?
Yes.
You would.
No, absolutely not.
Would you have sex with Bill Belichick?
I don't swing that way.
Okay. But if you did,
But I mean, I do like a woman in a torn up hoodie.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I'm trying to find a young man to ask him for his phone number. Yeah. I just wanted to talk to you guys. You
I
look like
appreciate
fun.
you.
Yeah.
I'm not young.
Okay. Well, y'all have a good
I'm
day.
older than dirt.
Okay.
Jesus, dude.
All right.
Pull yourself together.
Who are you talking about? Bye, guys.
That guy wasted.
There you go.
That guy was slurry.
Trying to find a hot. Anybody? Do you see any hots around here?
Hot dudes.
Yeah.
Guys, cut day is over.
I got the Sirois twins over here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's moving day?
Movie day?
Cut day is over. That's what that music means.
Oh!
It's motherfucking moving day. It's motherfucking moving day.
Movie day. Movie day. Movie day. Movie day. Movie.
Fucking moving day!
This is gonna be a massive problem.
The 11th major!
How's it going?
It's going great. How are y'all doing?
How old are you guys?
23.
23.
There you go.
Yeah, what about you?
How old are you? 22.
22.
Uh-oh.
Is this all a young group of youngsters? How old
A little bit. He's a little older than us.
Okay, how old do you think I am?
Where is she?
She's over
It's
there.
okay, it's not gonna hurt my feelings.
Oh, yeah.
Do you need a precise answer?
Yeah, just
He's
37.
perfect.
37.
37.
Wow, that's amazing.
Sorry.
I'm 47.
She's
yeah.
gonna seal this deal.
Good,
How's that
great,
bulge?
Do you think I could get her phone number?
Sure, why not?
Hey! I don't really want it. I just think
Okay, no, I got you. Yeah.
I'm married and I'm
Oh, no.
old enough to be your mom.
Has he ever
but
tried?
thanks for entertaining
Has he
me.
ever tried
The
47?
look of absolute terror in your eyes when I asked you that
Yeah,
was very priceless.
Has he ever tried 47?
Oldest lady he's been with.
Yeah.
Oldest lady he's been with.
How old is the oldest woman you've dated?
I'm sorry?
How old is the oldest woman you've dated?
21. When I was 22.
Okay, what about you?
21.
21. How old would you go?
How old would I go?
Would you date? Would you sleep with Pat Summit?
Would you sleep with Pat Summit? That's pushing it. Why not?
It is pushing. Why not?
She's actually gay,
No clue.
but that's okay. What about Martha
What
Stewart?
if he was like
What about Kim? What about
six-time national
She's talking
champion?
about-
what about Kim Mulkey?
Because they missed tickers
Oh, I
that
can't.
day.
We're Baylor students. We're Baylor students.
So that's a yes.
Why don't we take a break?
Respectfully. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, good. Y'all are good Baptists.
Good boys.
Isn't Baylor Baptist?
It is, yeah.
Y'all are
but
good Baptist boys.
We're not the greatest representation.
Tell them it's officially moving day.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys' time. Thanks for entertaining the idea of me getting your phone number. All right, y'all be good. All right, guys.
Y'all digits.
That is a killer right
She
there.
got digits. Oh, she asked.
He was gonna give them to me.
Look at
Oh,
hot,
yeah.
hot blonde on the move. That looks like a Belichick.
He was actually a
type.
really cute
Yeah.
kid.
Who's this lady right here?
Like
Yeah.
literally.
Blonde lady?
Look at this
cute.
stick of dynamite.
She's looking for an older man.
Yeah,
That
she's looking for an older
chick
man.
would have gonna beat my ass.
Really? Stick right here. Right here.
No, that one. Oh yeah, wait.
Okay.
Right there.
Yes, she would beat my ass.
All right. We don't, I got your back though. You're
I
you're
don't know
protected.
how well I'd hold up in a fight.
You're
honestly.
protected today.
You've got numbers.
You want a break?
Who else is gonna go?
Whew, that was
on
awesome.
wireless?
That was a good time.
That was awesome.
You got a break to prep for the start of moving day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Tiger. I need you to do me a huge favor. Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and maybe calling you. So if you can, please take your name off that and what do you call it? Just have it as a number on the voicemail. Just have it as your telephone number. That's it. Okay, you gotta do this for me. Huge, quickly. All right, bye.
The Dumb Zone.
Ah, yes. Thank you, Tito's Handmade Vodka, for having us out here at the CJ Cup. Byron Nelson. We are here with the Sirois twins, although they apparently are cashing in some of those Tito's Handmade Vodka chips that were brought over.
Oh, I paid for mine.
You need to get hooked up.
Oh, my goodness.
I did. I paid for my Bloody Mary.
What are you doing? You're Emily Jones.
You're right,
You
I
shouldn't
am.
have to pay for a drink anywhere
You're
in
right.
DFW.
You are so right.
That felt like
Especially
one of
when you're with
those-
us.
I was watching this. It's a popular thing now, especially in like New York, where they just have YouTubers or TikTokers that just walk up to people and talk to them on the street.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you do? What
Yeah.
do you do? Whatever. And there's one where this guy who's really into acting, so he says,
Yeah.
is walking up to people like, hey, what do you do? Are you in the arts? Like, what was your first? And he walks up to a guy and he's like, what do you do? He's like, I'm an actor. He's like, oh, me too. And he's talking to him about it. And it's just Willem Dafoe. And the guy doesn't recognize him and walks off. That's how I felt when that 25-year-old woman was like, well, I'm in sports broadcasting. So I'm a little silly. And Emily was like, I'm the fucking queen, bitch.
Yeah. yeah.
You tell me you're in sports broadcasting? Look me in my eye and respect me. But no, actually, she did exactly what Willem Dafoe did, which was, cool, me too. Yeah, it's a fun job. And then walk off. That's interesting.
Those girls liked being interviewed.
Yeah.
They liked being interviewed.
Dan just paused and said, why are their voices so annoying?
Uh-huh.
Emily's on the other side of the cutoff.
Totally on the other side.
What do you mean?
I'm right on
voice?
it. Yeah. I think if you spent a lot of time with my wife and her friends, they'd get to the level of...
That's annoying me?
That's annoying you.
Okay. Yeah.
But they're right on the line.
Yeah.
It's the above or below millennial line. What do we got here? Sirois and some
I don't
orange
know.
chicken. The CJ Cup Byron Nelson.
I want to say golf tournaments are cool.
Dude,
Don't you think it's just cool to walk around the golf tournament? There's
Sirois-
hots left and right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I feel like it's gotten way more tame. I remember when I first got to Dallas.
But still awesome.
I got here in 2004. I know, but like chicks
I know.
would be wearing like
Yeah.
heels, and
if you talk to the Byron people about that time, they reference it and say, well, we got away with that for a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, we had John Drago on the mom game,
Yeah.
and I asked about that, and he's like making a concerted effort to not. I remember I went to a party one time at Tommy Armour III. Is that it? That's right?
Yes. That's a name, yeah.
And he had the chick wrapped in saran wrap with sushi serving sushi off her body.
Excellent. I would love to see that someday.
Billions, right?
Yeah, it just feels like that's a TV thing that never actually
It
happened.
actually happened, and I saw it. And I really like sushi, but I could not bring myself to do it.
Oh, really?
No.
You couldn't do it?
No.
How does it work? You just chopstick it off her body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the spice and the soy on the side? Like,
Yeah, she's
Armpits.
She's holding it in her mouth.
well, I don't know.
She's got some
So
wasabi in
that
her
would
mouth.
be ridiculous.
So
a scoop of wasabi in her mouth.
Certain pieces smell double fishy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it just grows me out.
I'm a guy who's about personal growth. That took him a lot longer than it should have.
It's
And it
true.
was partially because he was being respectful, but also I like.
Was he?
I mean, it's funny though. They don't do it with like, like little mini sausages or whatever. Like
on a guy, a naked guy.
Yeah.
Vienna sausages.
Maybe I should try that.
Yeah, why not? We're all for equality.
Put the pigs in the blanket.
That's why I want you to get
in a
it.
blanket.
I want you
That's
to
right.
get a phone number. I don't want just to be the
No,
men who are
yeah.
cleaning up.
I want to be inappropriate and offensive.
Jake wanted to look for the biggest age gap with a guy, an old guy,
Yeah.
and a young lady here,
Yeah.
which certainly occurs at golf tournaments.
Sure.
But we also want to look for the other way around. What's the lady with a boy toy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
Everything goes
a
here.
trophy husband.
The Byron Nelson.
Just something on your arm.
What about a dude with a kid
Yeah.
hanging out? That kid looks cool, actually.
The Byron Nelson is back. Between Emily and I, we're bringing the boobs and the cocaine back to the Byron Nelson.
Let's get to the core of what
Which
it means
one
to
do
be
you
from,
have,
from
Bulgy?
Dallas.
Could I get away with just wearing red pants normally? Because I feel like the red pants guys
Yeah. Oh my
really
God.
stand out because no one ever wears red pants.
Like, how cool do they feel this morning when they just slide them things on, buckle
like being
up,
at Buckingham Palace.
give it one last
What if
look?
you dress like that out to the tournament?
It's a very diverse group, isn't it? The Red Pants crew.
Someone is doing it who's not an official Red Panther.
No, it's
That's wearing
Did,
red
did
pants
people
today.
used to wear red on Sunday, like to go watch Tiger?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you
All
dress
the
like
time.
Tiger. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know he thought everybody that did that was a giant douche.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, other people did that. I would.
Yeah.
I'd be watching it on the TV with a red shirt and black shorts on. Yeah.
the mock turtleneck.
Donovan did it at the first April Fool's, and it looked amazing.
The
It
mock
does.
turtleneck.
No, just the
No,
red
just red-
shirt and
red
black
shirt.
pants or shorts.
Being black and stuff.
And skin. And
That
black
helps.
skin.
I've never understood the mock turtleneck on a dude.
What's the
almost wore
difference?
it.
What's
Yeah,
the,
I don't know what mock means.
What is mock?
It just
It
goes up a
doesn't
little
fold
bit.
down.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh.
just,
Fitted and
Oh, really?
Yeah.
snoog.
I've never understood it.
I don't think there's been a day in my life I've been alive that I could pull off any kind of turtleneck.
I would agree
You could
with
absolutely pull it off.
No, he couldn't.
Why?
The neck is very long.
You're not with
Yeah.
your facial hair.
She knows.
What if you
Wouldn't
start
work.
getting like the bad old man neck, Trump neck or something, turkey neck?
Roseanne neck.
No, then it's no good. You could still do it.
Yeah, your neck is gross. You should wear more turtleneck.
Neck is gross.
I actually think turtleneck's kind of. I don't think I even own one.
I thought you did.
No, you do.
Oh,
I've
I
seen
have that.
you
Okay.
in a turtleneck.
Oh, but that is a costume. But yes, I do own one. But I actually don't think the turtleneck's a bad look. I think it's kind of cool and practical. It's generally when it's cold out and you
Yeah, it is.
more coverage.
And there's people that wear scarves.
I just was about to talk about scarves.
Well,
Oh,
scarf
Rodney.
away.
I don't really. Well, I just was going to bring up scarves. I don't really have a whole lot to say.
That was the
That was all of
weirdest
it.
tease ever.
I was just about to
go
talk
off.
about it.
Let's
yeah.
take a second break and we'll come back.
Scarves, am I right?
I'll make an open.
Scarves,
talk.
Am I right?
Hey, let's promote that we're going to be on Big Fox tomorrow night. Is the mom games on there too, right?
Yep.
Wow.
I think it's like 4 a.m. or something.
Yeah, Fox 4. We get the 11:30 p.m.
I think we get the 12 a.m. or 12:30 a.m.
You're right after us? Okay, so yeah, watch Fox 4.
Good lead-in.
Already we're on
It's like Daily Show and Colbert, these two.
we're on Channel
Pretty
27
much.
with DZ TV every night. Monday through Friday, but then they're going to throw on what is the episode that's going to be on Sunday night, Blake?
We'll get one of those things too.
Sunday night at 11:30 on Fox 4.
Our
You will see
us with Eric Nadell.
Eric Nadell.
Nice.
How did we ever land Eric Nadell?
Hall of Famer. Ford Frick.
He's absolutely a Hall of Famer. Is
love
there a
that dude.
chance that Emily at some point will enter the Rangers Hall of Fame
Stop.
Dude, yes.
without a ticket?
No.
You never know. I mean,
Well, how many ladies are in the Rangers Hall of Fame?
0.
You could be the Jackie Robinson of it.
Yeah.
Yep, me and Jackie right on the same
there
page.
You could break the vulva barrier. Hey, am I up, Blake?
Dude, you're going to be in. For real.
Okay.
Stop.
No, I'm not
Stop.
kissing your
I'm going to nominate her.
I'm not kissing your pancake
Not the-
ass.
That'll probably hurt if I
It's a
nominate her.
dish pan, thank you.
I have no idea what this is going to sound like. Let's see if we have a song for Emily's new segment.
What is it? Oh, the scarves?
Is it not playing?
Scarf.
What do you think, Blake?
Scarf.
I can't hear anything.
I can't either.
But I bet it was great.
Oh,
I bet
well,
it was,
keep going.
I bet
Gotta
it
get
was
a scarf on.
Good as mine.
You got to take a
Scarf
shot.
talk.
Is it won't play? Oh, well. I killed the show.
That did kill the show.
Killed the show.
Do you want to do
We're
a?
waiting on the news anyways.
Want to do some news?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Jay with the Dumb Zone.
Want to try this?
No.
We got a couple.
My audio works.
Cash
Does
put his
it?
fingers all
Finger
up in
bang.
it.
I
Yeah,
only
Blake
grab the
cares
things
about
that
my
I
audio
ate.
more than
No,
yours.
I'm just kidding.
Got my inputs
What is
flipped
it?
and everything.
It's BB-Go spicy.
I don't even know what those things are, but that was awesome. He made me
rice
eat it.
puffs.
That was
This
awesome.
is delicious.
Rice puff.
Emily, you'll be happy to know that Tarrant County is on the board when it comes to this measles outbreak.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is it, where are we at on this with vaccines? If you were vaccinated, are you getting the measles?
No.
Where do you live?
Fort Worth.
Okay.
What
like-
turns into the shingles?
Right by TCU. Chicken pox?
Chicken pox? Okay.
So, almost 700 people statewide
So
yesterday.
if you had chicken pox, you can get shingles?
Right.
Yes.
Oh,
No,
no.
I thought it was if you didn't have chicken pox.
No, I think if you had chicken pox, that means that eventually you're
You
basically
get-
going to get shingles.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's accurate.
Did you have chicken
Right?
pox, Jake?
I think I did.
I had chicken pox.
Yeah, I have a
I definitely did.
And what did we have to bathe in when you had the chicken pox? Like
Buttermilk.
oat milk.
Buttermilk.
Yeah.
That's right. Buttermilk?
Oatmeal. Or
Buttermilk
oat-
and Tabasco.
Oatmeal.
Yeah.
Really?
Buttermilk
I don't
and
even know if you're kidding
Tabasco.
because I did oatmeal and I remember it being delightful.
Why do kids not get chicken pox anymore? Are they vaccinated enough?
Yeah, there's a vax for it now.
Oh, well, that explains it.
Yeah.
Amazing that it.
You guys are
although
such-
you can,
Y'all are
you
such
know,
vaxxers.
You can't
Yeah,
control
you
the
go
internet.
to Vegas and count cards. And
Yeah. Yeah.
great.
You So Tarrant County on the board. And it's funny because they did the same thing they did with the guy who was in Dallas, but they tell you where they were.
Where were they?
It's right
Where
here.
were they?
It just
Walmart?
says right now. It's why would you assume that?
A lot of people go to Walmart.
No kidding. It's a very popular destination.
It's like one of the most popular destinations
I can't stand
for
Walmart.
shopping.
You are working that drink hard. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get the olive out of the bottom.
Okay, she's been prospecting that.
It's not working.
Casual
drink
fish
for
it
like
out
a
of there
half
for
hour.
you.
Yeah, I'll get
Of
it.
course, yeah. You put
I'll
your
give you that olive.
nasty fingers all up in my drink.
My fingers are fine.
All right, we have an interesting story. Fun murder. This is the type that might end up on Dateline.
Fun
murder.
Triple murder in Parker County. Now,
Okay, that's right in my neck of the woods.
I was going to say, I don't think the Sirois or Dan would totally get this, but I had grandparents who used to live out like on the Hood Parker County line.
Yep.
Way out there. Wise somewhere in there.
Yeah.
When you're out there, you'll drive by houses that look abandoned. And you're like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
It's just like a 2-1 with like 5 cars out front
Yeah,
that are broken
yep,
down.
yeah.
Someone lives there. And you're always just thinking, like, are they just cut off from society? Because Fox 4 has a story about this triple murder where they have a picture of the house, and, you know, there's always a tarp.
Yep.
Like, that's the front door, kind of. And it's that. And
Squatters.
there was a husband and wife living there, and they were living there with their friend, and they were all 3 found dead in a nearby creek back at
it a creek or a
April
crick?
20th. Out there, a creek.
It's a trick.
They were found dead, the 2 of them and a friend who was living with them. Now,
Do you think that's a thing too with those houses? There'd be a friend living there. Just
I was
this
going to say
random-
yes.
Okay.
That is an ultimate red
They're
flag.
splitting rent.
Yes, if you and your husband or wife have a roommate,
Yeah.
well, you know, save for maybe I just got divorced and need a month or 2.
Yeah.
Okay, listen to this
Well,
for the
Would you do that?
for the married folks? What?
If your husband had, like, one of his homies got divorced and he's like,
No. That's
It's
enough.
just going to be a couple
no,
days.
No, it's
a couple
not.
weeks. Though,
Why no, but it
really,
starts
probably.
with a couple days.
Yeah.
No.
It's just going to be a couple
Look,
days.
just got to get back on my feet.
Listen,
Yeah.
he's in a
Save
bad way right
Save
now.
a little
Olive branch.
cash.
He needs some friendly faces.
Little olive
Yeah.
branch is
So-
all I need.
It'll be good for the kids.
My girlfriends and I talk about this all the time, like workshopping the idea of the moms and the kids live together, and then the dads have their own place, and then we just utilize them when they're necessary.
Yeah, I feel like you're describing a utopia. I mean, our idea, it's everyone's idea, is that, like, if the wives go, you just get back together with the fellas and get, like, a 4-bedroom house.
Yes.
When you're
Like a little
70,
compound,
65,
Yeah.
something like that. Just
Yeah.
kick it.
for sure.
I think it would, quality of life-wise, it's about the best thing you can do.
Well, I mean, like I think about it all the time. Like, love my husband, but I don't need to sleep with him every night. Like, he makes noises.
You
and
know, the
shit.
2-bedroom thing is really
Yeah.
getting popular.
More popular among the older
Yeah.
couples,
Which
as
you
well.
are
Once-
not.
Obviously.
No, but once you
Yeah. I
grow,
can see it.
grow a little older, you've been sleeping with for 20
So my
years. you're like,
grandparents, I never saw my grandparents sleep in the same bed. They were always in separate bedrooms.
how great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's same here. I'd never ever. That's why I would sleep in bed with one of them. Felt weird if I was in there with both of them.
Jack
Yeah.
and Jill bathroom
Yeah.
or separate?
Separate.
How's
bathroom.
it
Separate.
Separate totally.
Oh, totally separate. Yeah.
What about different states?
You actually tried that for a while.
You got the J Moore. You guys know about the J Moore?
No, what's that?
With Jeannie Buss. They're married. and they have an apartment building, I guess a small apartment building, where the third floor is Jeannie's floor, the second floor is someone else, and the first floor is Jay Moore.
Yeah, Jay Floor.
And then so he will...
Don't laugh at that.
That's funny.
She'll hop in the elevator,
Yeah.
and we'll watch TV together at night or something, and then he'll...
Sound amazing.
She'll go back home.
It sounds amazing, and maybe I'm a
You
weirdo.
did it.
I did
Emily
it.
got the olive out of the...
But
Oh
nice.
my gosh.
Now eat it so slowly.
The
Oh my
feeling
God.
of being able to sneak into
Emily
your
gave me
wife's
the
room
finger.
for sex.
I saw that.
That's appealing to me.
Wait, the feeling of what? Your wife what?
Like you kind of sneak in to
yeah.
her floor. And you're
Hey, it's me.
Yeah.
Then you can
and
play...
She's like,
what
why'd you bring him?
Wow.
So you can play intruder?
Just go.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
anyways, it'd be great to have a separate bedroom from your wife. It would be even better to not be murdered with her and your roommate, which is where the
Ideally.
story started.
Right,
Ideally.
if your wife's going to be murdered, you want to be doing it.
Or elsewhere.
Yeah. So
Either
they have 3 suspects here. 2 of them charged with capital murder. 1 of them charged with messing with the corpse.
Is that the formal charge?
I can read you the formal charge. It was hilarious. to
Messing
me.
with the courts?
Tampering with physical evidence with intent to impair a human corpse.
Impair?
Oh, the corpse. I thought you said the courts. Like the court system. I was like,
Yeah, I thought you said that.
Abuse of a corpse without legal authority and failure to report a felony with death results.
Hold on, abuse of a corpse without legal authority. So you could have legal authority to abuse a corpse.
Yeah, I mean, like a lab, I guess.
I guess so, yeah. I was thinking of, throwing stuff against it.
I thought you meant that they were doing something bad with the corpse.
Well, they
Like
were
having
they were
relations.
moving it. No, he was moving it.
Doing it closest to the corpse contest.
But they have 3 suspects,
Bringing it back to golf.
and they all 3 have different stories. They're all like in 18, 27, 19, just 3 Hood County hood rats. I'm just saying, I want to watch the drama about this story.
They're that young?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The people who died were in their 50s.
Oh.
The suspects are young, and this is their house.
What's the most plausible explanation for this?
Like, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, my God, yeah. That's
You drive by that. And you're
oh,
like,
God.
That's
Yeah.
a
That's the whole place? Yes,
Is
it's a
that
shanty.
a shanty?
But
It is a
Emily
shanty.
knows what I'm talking about.
Oh,
These are
100%.
These are everywhere out there.
Yeah. West Texas, too.
A fixer-upper.
Like when you're driving
Yeah, Good Bones.
Good bones.
Isn't that a show?
Fixer-upper?
Bones.
No,
Bones
Good
is-
Bones. I think it's an
Oh, I
actual
forgot. That was
show.
another one of my
And
nicknames.
Good Times.
Bones Jones.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Why?
Bones Jones.
Because you love to bone?
Yep, so much in 6th grade, Dan. Big boner in 6th grade.
Now, you threw in the 6th grade here at the end, so...
That is late info.
That is not fair of you. That's a flag on Emily Jones.
Yeah, unintentionally.
Well, in 6th grade, why did they call you Bone? Just as a rhyme?
I was skinny,
Oh, okay.
and it rhymed. I mean,
What'd you
dish
think
pan
it
ass,
was?
no
I
boobs,
had no idea.
oh.
hairy legs.
All hot chicks complain about, oh, man, I was just too
It's
skinny.
hard. You don't know how hard it was to
yeah.
be tall and skinny. I'm so tall.
I wa-
Emily's all hot.
I
you
was
have a model
how it
body.
was.
You have a
So-
model body.
I was so not hot.
Oh, I
it's
couldn't
not
gain
even funny.
weight.
You guys
Yeah.
are giving incel.
Everything I ate, I just tried to eat and eat. I couldn't
No,
gain
not
weight.
like that's not true.
I was so skinny.
I was not so skinny. I was thin, but I also was not cute. I mean, I had a bad perm,
No one was cute.
hairy legs, dish pan ass, no boobs.
Okay.
I got, especially during basketball.
At least it hasn't scarred you for life.
Yeah,
I got, TC knows this, but I
forgot
got,
right about it.
during basketball, obviously, especially with the sleeveless, at the free throw line, I got a lot of pipe cleaners and Kermit.
Kermit?
Kermit
Oh,
arms.
Kermit the Frog.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because you have green upper arms.
Yeah, that made me feel good about myself.
But look at you now. You're jacked.
Yeah, you're
You're
ripped.
so
Yeah, I'm
ripped.
You kind of are. That's why he brings it up, so that you
Yeah.
can say that.
Yeah.
Look at me now.
Follow
Yeah.
up.
Well, look,
Nice
that's what I
segue. We
said.
have a situation.
Look at these things I
Right,
bought.
yeah.
We have a situation in Jacksboro, Texas, also out that way, sort of.
Jack County.
Jack County. The Jack County Sheriff's Office has taken over law enforcement for the Jacksboro Police Department because the Jacksboro Police Department has all quit.
All of them.
They have all of their own volition decided to resign, so the county is taking over. Now, on its face, you're like, that's not, I don't know, what's going on?
Jacksboro's not very big.
Funding, yeah, you're just thinking it's a little thing. So it turns out the story here is they have a city manager, and he is at war with the police department. He's, I guess, investigated him a couple times, and this came to a head last December when the city manager was pulled over for by an officer for a broken taillight. He suspects they were trying to set him up for a DUI.
How do you set someone up for a DUI?
I was thinking they plant something.
He told the Morning News
drug-wise.
that he suspects that he was being set up. They found his breath, whatever. After that happened, he started an investigation into why he was pulled over, and they all quit. So by they all, we might be talking about like 10 guys. But it is a funny thing to imagine if you and your homies, 10 guys in a police department, are like,
everybody quit.
We don't want to do it. We don't like the guy who's the boss. Find someone else.
We're out.
Then you just leave.
This was 10 people?
But there's more.
I don't know.
There's more to this story, is what we're saying.
Definitely there's like a battle, right?
Yeah.
The person in charge of the police wants to investigate them.
And
I'm
they
kind of
say-
surprised. Maybe it does happen in
So
small
they can't
towns
get
a lot
investigated and fired now because they quit.
I bet it does happen in small towns, like a little political
For
rival
sure.
or somebody who donated to a different church, and you're like, oh, funny you leaving the bar? Like, because anybody could be picked off for a DUI on a ticky-tacky if they really wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, just sit outside of a sports bar.
Yeah.
And if you had 2 beers in 2 hours, they might be able to get you.
Sit outside of IKEA.
So I just... Yesterday was a special day for you.
Did you get drunk at IKEA?
Well,
Kind
drunk.
of. I didn't drive.
What's
though.
drunk mean?
I wasn't driving.
They serve booze at IKEA?
No, doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Okay.
But yeah, I bet that I've just wondered, why doesn't that happen to like the
Can you
small
imagine
town mayor that
How
somebody
many
doesn't
drunk
like?
people are rolling out of here today?
Oh, my God.
No, not me, because everyone here is going to take Elite Rides.
Elite Rides,
Elite
DFW.
Rides DFW.
Okay.
Promo code DZ15 for 15% off.
Yeah,
your
everybody's
first order.
real responsible here at the
Yeah.
CJ Cup.
Yeah.
Byron
Yeah.
Nelson.
I got a DUI when I was 20.
You did.
I did.
Those antique, those
How'd they get you?
The antique
You
ones
didn't have
don't-
the fake boobs yet, huh?
I did not.
Yeah.
I did not.
So the slow unzip.
That'll get you out of there. Yeah.
The cannonball run slow.
I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, I was.
Unzip with your license tucked into the bra. I didn't really.
So I
buckle
don't know.
his
I can't believe I
knees.
haven't told y'all this story. So it was right after like the OJ trial.
I'm in on this.
And so I had gone out. I was doing an internship in California, living with my mom, summer before I graduated from college. And I go to hang out with my guy friends from college. They were in Manhattan Beach. So we all go out. I'm trying to be, I got this, I'll drive. I need it. Y'all, proceeded to do sake bombs and all that stuff. And then, so we're in Manhattan Beach.
Sake bombs.
You get pulled over.
Yeah.
And
Kyoto,
I'm
they're very
driving one of the
popular.
dude's dad's car. They gave me a field sobriety test, which I failed.
What did they pull you over for?
Swerving?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it was not.
Oh, were you
I
hammered?
had had way too much to drink.
Okay, good.
And so he puts me.
Good that they pulled her over.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Protect and
So
serve.
he puts me in the patrol car to take me to jail, and I told him that I knew Robert Kardashian.
Amazing.
Did this work?
Yeah, it worked.
No.
They threw the keys back to her.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
Okay, you get out of here.
I mean, did you have even like a 7 degrees of separation?
not even one.
Well, then why didn't you even pick a better member of the dream team?
I don't know. I don't.
Because that's more
It's what
believable.
Yeah,
You know?
I guess that is true.
I don't know.
If you told me that your
If you
dad
knew
was
that-
friends with Jeff Fry, I'd buy it. If you
Yeah.
said he was friends with Wando, I'd have been like, no way.
Jeff Fry. Don't get me started on that guy.
Oh.
Hey,
We've had him
another
on.
tease.
We actually have today
We've
and Jeff
we've had him
Fry as
on.
the next segment.
He got
on
really
this
he got
rundown.
really mad at us one time over
gets-
like
he's
baseball
too much.
celebrations.
Yep.
Oh,
yep,
yeah,
same.
yeah.
There we go. We're in the same boat. Yeah. So anyway,
Put your head
I
down.
went to jail, and
You spent the night?
Spent the night in jail.
Did he laugh at the Cardell? Is he like, let's get him on the hole?
No, he like pitied me at that point. He's like,
all right, so you got somebody
like,
call.
Oh, mosquito bite. That's Come on.
Get your dishpan ass in the cell. Let's go. So I just spent the night in jail. It was in Manhattan Beach, which is like,
it's like the Highland
but
Park
also it
jail.
is. It's like Highland Park.
It is.
But then when I had to go to court, it's in Compton County.
That's different.
Hell
so
yes.
I went to court in Compton County and had to do the whole thing.
Damn.
That's pretty hard sounding. A good sentence.
And then the biggest mistake I made was I told my kids that this happened.
Ooh.
Not on purpose. They were asking me. They were asking about like, what do people eat in jail or whatever. And
when I was in the hole.
Okay.
You're like sushi.
Yeah. BBQ.
Just nice.
When I was in Manhattan Beach, they served us omelets and
Yellowtail is fine. I mean,
Do you guys remember? By the way, we're kind of done with the news. I
Just
guess.
California roll.
If you need to play the end of it or
all
something.
California
Sorry.
Oh, is that the news?
Yeah, sure. So when we got here today, there was a listener here talking to us, and he's like, "Oh, I emailed you recently when you guys were talking about prison." Because we were talking about conjugal visits.
Oh, yeah.
A guy emailed me, and he's like, hey, I did a couple years like in a medium security prison in New Mexico, and he told us all about it. That guy was here today.
What? Cool.
It was when he was 24. He's, mid to late 30s now. And he was just like, yeah, here's how it works. And he started telling me about it, and I was like, listen, I'm not trying to sound... Did going to like a low-level rehab somewhat prepare me for the experience? And he's like, it's the same. He's like, you have a job, you work 4 hours at your job in the morning, and in the afternoon, after lunch, you do your rec shit, whatever you want to do. Go play basketball. He's like, I was telling Blake, we had a slow-pitch softball league most of the time I was there until somebody beat someone to death with a bat.
Oh.
Ooh. And I was like, how many times did you
That's going to ruin the whole thing for everybody.
But then I was like, just like rehab.
Yeah.
And I was like, how many times you get beat up? And he's like, never. And I said, well, then I assume no, because you can't be raped if you're into it.
Right.
So if he was having sex, it was
conjugal.
Consensual.
Conjugal.
How
what does
often?
conjugal mean?
How often do they get to do it?
You know what? I should have asked that. So here's how it works, Emily. He said that if you have been there a year and you have good behavior, that once, actually he did say, he said once or twice a year you can get 48 to 72 hours in what's basically like a little trailer right outside the prison.
At one time? Altogether?
Yeah, you're gone for the weekend.
And are they monitoring it?
Yes, but your whole family can come in. They can bring as much food as they want, and it's like a little 3-bedroom or 3-room suite that your family can stay in, and you just hang out.
That sounds way nicer than I had in my head.
No kidding.
So much nicer.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, in the afternoon it was either, some guys lifted weights, played basketball, played softball, and then he's like, that's pretty much it.
What was he doing time for?
I don't think he'll care if I say it because we never gave his full name, but it was he gave alcohol to minors, and I believe they were involved in a not fatal, but
an accident.
Was it in Manhattan Beach?
No, I don't. Yeah,
Beach.
but I think I'm coming around on
Jail.
a little.
Okay.
Just a smack.
Like you're not as afraid of it, you're saying?
I'm not.
Well, you better watch the bank account then, Blake, because Jake has always talked about embezzling would be a cool crime to commit.
That is a good one to get. If you're gonna have to pick one, that's a good one to be.
I
in
know,
for.
but I think
nice white collar.
I think you have to pay it back.
You have to pay it back.
No, you
I don't worry. If I had the money to do it, I would do it. A little crime.
Do a little crime.
A little bit of crime.
I'm so not cut out for jail.
See, that's the thing. Well, I'm not so much worried about jail, but I think if you're going to do a crime, you have to expect to have some level of success. And I don't think I could embezzle successfully.
You need a guy.
How about a dealer? What could you...
Like blackjack?
Yeah.
I'd be a terrible dealer.
I'd be a terrible dealer.
Because you get high on your own supply?
Like a drug
No, I'm
dealer,
not a
you
big
mean?
drug person. I don't do a lot of drugs.
I was the worst drug dealer, and I would keep really good notes. And I just keep noticing, I'm like, we're
operating at a loss.
We're down.
Yeah,
The P&L
and
statement.
it wasn't because
Everything's red.
It wasn't because I was smoking a lot of weed. It was because somebody would want to buy weed from me, And then they would start telling me all their problems.
You're just
and
like
I'd
a
be
nice guy.
Fuck, I don't know, man. What do you need?
Yeah.
And I was only doing it so mine
How much
was
can
free.
you pay? Yeah.
And then it
Were you
wasn't-
at your like location where you lived? Because if
Yeah.
someone comes in there, then you have to keep them for like 10, 20 minutes. They can't just come and go.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's red flag. So then you have to like force conversation and friendship.
We had a whole thing.
You sound like you speak from experience, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, that is true. Yes.
I buy a lot of drugs.
Yeah. I love drugs.
You love drugs? What's your drug of choice?
All
of them?
Love.
Aww.
Have you ever attempted? Have you ever tried heroin?
No.
Oh, that's scary,
I've
right?
Had, no, not like I think I've had like ecstasy pills that had heroin in them.
That's a possibility. You never
But
know.
Never like shooting nothing.
And it didn't have heroin in it. It had like opiate.
Maybe,
qualities
yes.
in it.
Dude,
Yeah,
our
but
old
that's-
man
scared the shit out of us with needles. Like, as we were going to the doctor's office, he would say, my mom is taking us to the doctor, and he'd be like, he's going to stick a needle in you this big. It's going to go in your arm one side and come out the other. And we're just like, all right. And mom is like, what the fuck are you doing? So needles were never an option.
He was just messing with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems odd to do to a
Right.
It's funny.
kid.
But we
Yeah.
also,
It's funny.
we never wanted heroin.
No.
So,
Heroin
win.
free.
I mean,
Sirois are heroin free.
I ate some mushrooms one time, and then pot. That's it.
You
I
didn't
ate
like the mushroom thing?
It didn't really. I don't know if I didn't. I don't know. I didn't feel like it did much. Made me a little paranoid. I mean, I was like early 20s. I never really got into pot. I don't know.
Sounds like you were kind of wild.
No.
DUI, doing shrooms.
Dude, everybody
I think that's just normal.
doing shrooms.
Oh, okay.
I gotta-
But also, too, everybody at that time could have gotten popped for a DUI. They just didn't.
Yeah, and if you got one back then, those are like, they're weighted differently. That's like a tenth of a DUI.
So
People used to be like, seriously.
Yeah, who would not drink and drive back then?
everybody did.
Everybody
mean,
did.
Yeah.
You had to.
But my blood alcohol level,
What was it? You remember?
it's like 0.233.
Yes.
I had a source
Which
text.
I'm thankful for. Like, I'm thankful it happened. Like, that opened my. I mean, that's scary as shit. Like,
I had a
driving
source.
and being that's
Can verify EJ has had friends in Manhattan Beach that fucking party.
Oh, who said that? Oh, is that Fitz?
I don't know.
I bet it's Fitz.
Dude, finally someone made the Beatles good.
Nah, 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 nah. Nah, nah, nah. Moving
I think it's slowing down now. Oh my god.
Oh, sorry.
Moving day.
Oh my god.
Shut up!
That was a lot.
We are like 3 hours from golf coming through this hole, though. You know, 17 when they just reshuffle everything after the cut.
So, Jake, if you played this is the par 3, right?
Yeah.
The famous Island Green.
Get out there, Jake.
This par 3 17.
Yeah.
Did you go down to the edge?
I did.
So you could see the
Saw all the undulations,
like the box seats or whatever that look over the. If you were driving, what are the chances you would hit one into here? Don't you think they're really good?
Are you right-handed?
Obviously.
Are you right-handed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, then the other side would be.
He sliced more often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd
But
be
I'm
fine.
saying we were watching like whatever the last major was, the playoff hole. What was this? Masters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the little tiny.
Oh, that's
There's
terrifying.
a million fans
You're killing somebody.
right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yet,
Jake is killing
what confidence they have that Rory. There's absolutely no chance Rory will hit this into my face, and I will stand 20 feet away from him,
dude,
while he's hitting this golf ball.
We've done that before at the Byron. When
Why'd
it was
you just say that like that?
because
Byron,
call back.
No, Dan. We were at the Tony Romo thing in Lake Tahoe. You know, like the celebrity
yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
With our
it's
guy
set
from
up.
Winslow's.
Yeah, exactly. It's set up like this, except they all suck at golf.
Right.
So it is that exact question. So when we were walking up on like the 18th hole, we're walking down the fairway, and we see this like disturbance, we get up there. There's a lady holding her bloody head.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we're like, what the? I mean, with a lump, huge. And then U.S. Olympic hero T.J. Oshie walks up and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
The hockey player?
Yeah.
He
He's
drilled
like,
her?
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
Right. But it's like this, where
That's okay, TJ
you let the
Oshie.
people close into landing zones, but those dudes all suck at golf.
Who would you be okay, so TJ Oshie, you're like,
Way
no.
below. He's below the.
No.
How about Larry the Cable Guy?
Okay,
What
hold
if
on.
he is?
Mario Lopez.
The funniest thing is
the Lopez line.
TJ Oshie like kind of like stands over her, you know, and he's like, "Wow," and he like even like touches the family. He's like, "I'm so sorry."
What's
and
he
then
supposed to do?
And then he kind of goes, "What kind of lie I got over there?" And he just walks over while there's like paramedics and goes and pulls out a 5-iron and just kind of off we go. Let me finish this hole.
What's he supposed to do?
And then as soon as they get that girl on a medical golf cart and is about to drive away, the next tee guy just hit right in the same area.
Pumps one straight in the same death zone.
You're in a bad spot.
So yes, Jake probably would skip one up into the corporate suites on the right of 17.
Yeah,
Here at the CJ Cup, and
That's
thanks
right.
to Tito's.
Tito's.
Delicious Tito's.
Is this the court I should try, Blake, if I wanted to play something later? Okay.
Tito's.
I'm gonna try some Tito's.
Don't worry
Did
about
y'all
it.
ever have
If you have to
Crystal
get up.
Palace? That's what I drank in college.
Crystal Palace?
Yeah,
Awful.
yeah, I remember that.
Like in a plastic,
It was like
but
a
it's terrible.
Pepsi product, maybe?
Not remember
It's
that.
awful.
That was a vodka?
No.
Crystal Palace. Yeah, Crystal Palace was a vodka.
I was thinking of those, just like the light, sugary drink.
You know about Zima?
Zima.
Oh, a non-alcoholic drink.
Zima, Mad Dog 2020.
Crystal.
Purple Passion.
Crystal Pepsi?
Strawberry Hill.
Boy, you drank some shit.
Dude.
Boone's Farm?
Yeah. Plainview.
Yeah, I just had there was a beer called Falstaff Light when I was in Gainesville. It was 99 cents a 6-pack.
I've seen
99 cents a 6-pack. My first alcoholic beverage ever was my dad's Yellow Bellies.
Oh, hell yeah. The banquet bonus.
I'll still
where the launching
drink one.
point was.
Like it'll literally be like I'll pour one, not pour one out. I'll
Whoa.
drink one and think about it. We always have Yellow Bellies in the refrigerator because it reminds
Still
me
now?
of my dad. Yeah,
That's awesome.
my husband always keeps them. It's great.
Does anybody drink them or are they there for show?
No, people drink them,
Oh, okay.
but we always have them.
That's
It
good.
reminds me of my pops.
That's awesome.
Crystal Light.
Crystal Light.
Crystal Light was
That's
a
the
thing.
powder.
Yeah, that's
like
the powder.
Sunny, Sunny D.
And I remember it was that and like box wine.
That and what?
The box wine was like the bomb.
Oh, you mix it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Franzia.
Yeah.
Franzia.
So
We're not
terrible.
going too
Now
hard.
that's Franzia.
You know, you need to maintain
So
throughout
disgusting.
the whole Bronco League tournament.
Thank you. Thank you for that Tito's, Mike.
You want to do some Today in History?
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm about to have to go
Oh, you got to go?
because I have to pee and I have to get back to Fort Worth.
Oh, that Tito's.
I'll tell you what.
I've got a sponsor event tonight. I've basically just become a figurehead for the Rangers.
I love it.
And that's why you're going to be in the Ring of Honor, Hall of Fame, or whatever.
Okay.
What are you doing tonight?
You've thought about it. Don't act like you've never thought about that.
What would,
You're
hey,
gonna
what,
be in the
would,
ring.
what would your Pope name be when you get in the Rangers Hall of Fame?
My what?
The Pope name, you know? You're not going to go in under Emily Jones. You got to be.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Can Cash induct you into the Rangers Hall of Fame?
Probably not.
Okay.
Frying Pan the Sixth.
Well, if you're confident that you won't get in the Hall of Fame, then confidently just say, yeah, you can induct me.
Sure.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank
God, I
you.
knew this day would come.
Can we ask you a question?
Wait, if you get divorced, can we hook up?
No.
What?
No.
That was the
Just
question.
lie. So that means you might get divorced.
Yeah, definitely
that
don't want
was-
to be obligated to
Okay,
that.
she wants to cover for that more than
Having to.
more than this. This is terrible.
Dan's 6 feet.
What?
Well over 6 feet.
He's 6 feet.
Yeah, I know too much.
You don't want to live that close to where the sausage is made,
No,
right?
no.
Yeah.
I've been in the Dragon's Den, okay?
Yeah.
That's all I need
You
to
could
know.
live there.
Yeah, it could
she
all be
escaped.
yours.
She
This
somehow
could all
got
be
out.
yours.
I don't know how she got out.
Tunneled out.
It was giving serial killer
Oh.
vibes.
Come on.
See, now that's what I think the conjugal visit
Not
places
killer,
look
just
like.
kidnapper.
Yeah.
It's not a killer. I'm no killer.
Okay, before I go, did you have a question, Jake?
No.
I thought you said, can I ask
It's
you a
okay.
question?
The moment moved.
Oh, I ruined it.
No, it's good.
Just like always.
Flowing.
Okay.
I was going to try to play you an open for your new segment, but we can't get it to load.
Scarf talk.
Go for it. He says go for it.
It doesn't work.
Finally.
Talk about scars with Emily Jones, but I not play rock keys and I'll surf only Emily Jones.
I have no idea.
Try to save.
That's terrible.
What is this? What are you doing?
I just heard scarf talk with Emily Jones.
Let's see.
I was just gonna talk about scarves with Emily Jones. I was just gonna talk about with Emily Jean's hand.
Okay, sorry.
What? I think it was magical.
Yeah, I'm going to work on it.
Hey, you got to crack eggs and make that omelet.
I'm gonna work on it.
Okay, I love you, boys. Thanks
You
for
leaving?
having me. I am.
Emily
awesome.
Jones.
Thank you, everyone.
Magnifique.
There she goes.
Look at her go.
Look at her go.
You know, despite what they say, I think they can be good at jobs. And maybe even make 100 cents on the dollar.
Nah.
They could. Should they, though?
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There she goes.
Like, inequality is back, right? That's what we're working on. I got a couple of viewer mail birthdays for this oddly timed. It's a Saturday show, folks. We're doing a Saturday show.
They said it couldn't be done.
And we're on moving day now?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Dear Poon Person, please wish happy he's a man, he's 40 birthday to Chris Beard. Not that one.
Whoa.
He's celebrating in Vegas, so let's hope he's still alive to hear this. Fox News, Sarah Hepola is his leader.
I hope she doesn't break his glasses, Blake.
More Shin Su Chu anecdotes. Never punt from Nick.
He receives too much blame.
Why? Because you think anybody who gets their glasses broken is just
It feels like
whatever happens.
she
at
was
that point.
asking for it at some point.
It is a very personal move. Breaking your eyeglasses.
Dear Sultan of the Starfish, Saturday is my Bobby Witt Jr. squared birthday. You're all my leaders except for Shador Sanders talk.
It's one day.
If you ever do a road show in Colorado, I will be there. Respecting the hell out of Jake's courage. Go Big Red from Jamie. Does that mean he loves Shador and he doesn't like the way we were?
I think he probably just doesn't want to hear about it.
Because he hears enough of that living in Colorado?
Ah, there you go.
So today in history on Saturday, May 3rd. Boy, this party's kind of getting lit, right?
Yeah, we're leaving at the right time.
Or we're just getting into the party at the right time.
Look at our caddy. He's freaking out with a sticker. Oh, dude. Get him hyped.
That guy's been to a rave before. You can tell. 100%.
Bringing him in.
Have we ever had a promo guy so invested?
No.
He
this
seems
is
like
good.
he is really into...
Any promo person. Full give. Full send.
So let's see. I don't care about... You don't care about the first heart transplant, right? No.
Barney Sand.
Mike
Jarvis.
No, this was the first heart transplant ever was Everett Thomas in 1968.
Baboon?
Oh. It lasted 9 hours.
204 days.
Oh shit.
Would you take that? All of the... Probably there's a lot of lead up to it and prepping and...
What year?
1968.
You don't do it. No. I do it now.
Picasso saw this?
Would you do it?
Picasso saw the first ever heart transplant. Who's the guy, the radio guy that got a new heart?
Hal J.
He's cooking, right?
He's still on the air.
I'm pretty sure Summerall's liver only lasted like a couple years.
Yeah.
That's got to be tough.
Well, because he started drinking again, right?
No.
Oh.
Would you get a full heart transplant if you knew you were going to get 200 days?
Well, what I'm saying is it like 200 days of lead up where you're
definitely
prepping and getting ready and like your whole life is turned upside down, changing for it?
It sucks.
But you were going to die.
But you get
you were gonna
200
die.
more days.
You get 200 extra days of, and then they're like, do you think they're telling you go ahead, start drinking and smoking with that new heart?
Yeah, go run a
No.
marathon.
You're not playing full court.
No, you're just sitting around like hoping not to die.
Yeah.
Play some hoops.
Yeah.
You can't even play pickleball.
No. We'll pass.
Yeah, the pickleball thing. Now it's real.
Dallas Flash, you guys.
Is that the name of a team?
Yeah, our team.
The champions.
Does Agassi play for
of the
him?
EPL.
Doesn't Cash have pickleball written all over him?
Dude.
I am spectacular.
The only thing that could keep him from having pickleball written all over him is the possibility that he looks down on it because it's a bastardization of tennis.
Yeah,
which is the true white man's game.
No, nothing wrong with pickleball.
We didn't think you were going to say there was something. On this day in 1984, Michael Dell founded Dell Computer Corporation while a student at the University of Texas.
Got a sweet house in Cabo.
Look at these IG pictures being taken live.
Yeah. It's getting hot in here.
This is the best day.
Is Dell still cooking, or can you?
Yeah, Dell's.
No, I mean like the company.
Yeah.
Can you still okay? Yeah.
Boy, I think they do like business computer.
I had a massive Dell.
Oh God. What do you?
Hey, Dell.
You ever seen that QVC commercial where they're selling Dells? The guy calls in and he's like, some guy in Wisconsin. Let's go to James in Wisconsin. What do you love about your Dell? He's like, it does a lot, but the main thing I love is I watch a lot of porno on it. And they're trying to go away from him. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I don't. They're like, what about Excel and all the other fantastic Microsoft Dell? He's like, I don't know about all that. I mostly just use it to watch porno all the time.
All the time.
I bet I could find that.
All the time. I don't know about all that.
That's awesome.
Yep.
On this day in 2015, Jake, 2 gunmen were shot and killed by a police officer in Garland for
fun.
They were attempting to storm just a little art contest.
Says here a purposely provocative contest for cartoon depictions of the Prophet Muhammad.
Don't do it.
Do it right now.
Jake has been doodling a little Muhammad thing in front of him this whole show, actually.
Instead of the Van Halen thing.
And I am getting,
that's
my
because
blood is boiling.
I figured out how to make a Muhammad in 9 lines like a Stussy S. So I can just, anytime I get a book.
Pretty good, just real quick.
Yeah.
Whips
Quick
up a nice
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
That's right.
And on this day in 2021, Bill and Melinda Gates divorced after 27 years of marriage.
She got rich.
Dude, 100% what happened is that Epstein stuff got too hot.
Has she gotten younger? Does she have a boy toy?
That's a good question.
I don't even know what she looks like.
But
I think she definitely has, actually.
it reportedly was because the Epstein connection was getting
Is that right?
People kept asking him about it over and over. And then the girlfriend thing came out.
He had like a
his girlfriend from
30-year
college.
girlfriend, yeah.
His wife would let him just go once a year for a weekend to like the coast in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's nothing sexual. We just hang out.
I mean, if you had a billionaire friend and they're
How
like,
great
hey,
would that be?
I'll send a private jet. We have an island. We're going to party. There's going to be girls there. We'd all obviously say no.
Oh, you're now on Epstein.
We'd all say no immediately.
I'm onto the college girlfriend. How about if you did get to go meet your college girlfriend once a year and your wife was cool with it? I think that'd be great.
I would let her do it.
Yeah.
All right, see,
I would let her
deal.
do it.
Deal. I don't think that.
But I wouldn't want her to do it on the same weekend
does she
because
get to
I
do it?
want her to be gone one weekend when
Right,
I'm there.
right.
Yeah.
I don't want the house to be empty. And then every year you got to just try and do more and more. Igor Olshansky is 43. Some birthdays today. Ryan Dempster is 48.
Collectible Network Zone.
Melinda Gates' boyfriend is Philip Vaughn. He is a tech entrepreneur and the founder of Taver, a craft beer delivery service. So he also has a background working at Microsoft.
Dun, dun, dun.
Inside job.
So he talked her into his idea, and all of a sudden he's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like, would you fund this?
Yeah. Your little beer idea.
You fill this, I'll fund that.
Oh.
You guys ever heard of 35-year-old Brooks Koepka?
Yes. Team Brooks.
Whatever happened
The
to
real
him?
father of your child?
I wish.
Weird.
Is that his birthday? He's 35.
Tyronn Lue is 48.
Yep. Tyronn Lue, good coach.
I missed the beginning.
Tyronn Lue was the coach at what I consider to be maybe the greatest performance sports-wise I've ever seen in my life, which was Kawhi. I was there with Blake. Insane. Insane.
Which game was this?
It was Game 6 when the Mavericks got up in a closeout game, like 30-12 in the first quarter at home to close out the Clippers. And Kawhi scored like 45 or something. And it was just, it's almost like what he did for a week last week. He's old. He doesn't play. And then for a week, he's like, I'll just be the best player in the NBA for like 4 or 5 games in the playoffs.
Yeah, I felt he's been cooked like 6 times.
That was one of them. They're like, oh, they get nothing from Kawhi. And it was just over.
Ron Hextall is 61. Cousin
Yes!
of?
Uncle of.
Leah?
Cousin of Leah.
Dude, I used to love Ron Hextall.
Frankie Valli, 91.
Oh, he did Grease.
Blake loves Grease.
The song.
I love Grease.
It's a great song.
Sing it.
It's a good movie.
I do have an opinion on this.
Amy Ryan is 57.
Nope.
No. She's from The Office.
Oh, I'm back in.
Only Murders in the Building. Bobby Cannavale, 55.
Everybody got a gun.
Is that him, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Christina Hendricks is 50.
God has never done finer work.
Is that the redhead?
You want to talk sushi, fucking gruel, put anything, and I'm eating it.
Liz Hurley has something to say about that.
I don't know who that is.
Elizabeth Hurley?
Oh, I thought you said Liz Early. Prime Elizabeth Hurley is...
Cheryl Burke is 41. You know her from Dancing with the Stars. Also, married to Chris Burke.
Oh. No.
That's not the case.
Rachel Zegler is 24.
No.
Did you say Renee Zellweger?
You know her as Woke Snow White.
Oh.
She's the new Snow White.
Damn, the one who killed the movie?
Yeah.
That's a great
supposedly.
story. That is a great Hollywood
I mean, the movie
story.
might have just sucked
your
no
look
matter
was
what.
awesome.
Well, it was amazing because they cast 7 little people, and then Peter Dinklage got mad about it and was like, "Oh, how stereotypical is this? It's 7 dwarves. They cast actual dwarves." And then Disney was like, "Okay, then we'll replace them with regular people." And then all of like the dwarf actors were like, "You idiot!"
Yes.
This
We
is
get
the
so
only
little work.
movie that's 7 jobs.
Yeah, it
what if they want to
finally-
make a second one?
Dude, that's exactly when they redid Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
And Hugh Grant was the
Right.
Oompa Loompas, and all the little
Yeah.
people were like, "What the?"
Yeah, they killed
That's
the
like
bit.
40.
Right.
And
40
then the movie
jobs.
ended up making no money. That's a very funny
What do you
story.
want from us, little people?
Yeah.
We're trying.
And our birthday of today,
We got little golf clubs for you now.
Upswinggolf.com.
birthday of the day, dedicated to my wife.
Oh.
Is this why you left the house today?
Willie Geist is 50.
Oh, my God. The riding lawnmower.
I told her it was Willie Geist's birthday, and she got right out onto the lawnmower.
Geyser.
So maybe it'll have run out of gas by now. I don't know. Okay. Born on this day, now dead. Niccolo Machiavelli. Name a year he was alive. Any year. Machiavelli.
Okay. I got a year locked in. Lock yours in.
I have it.
1675.
I got mine too.
1574.
I got mine. 1425.
1699.
Me and Blake both might be right.
Nobody got it. 1469 to 1527.
I was very close, dude.
Yeah.
That was an entire college course.
Ah,
cheater.
Look at this guy. Books.
Went to college.
Oh, look who went to college.
And I went to extra college after.
I think it was in one of my master's classes.
Well, every president reads it, so it's true.
You think Trump's read that?
God, that cop is... Hey, let's ask this cop if he thinks cops are getting hotter.
Ask what he
Go ahead.
Ask him
deadlifts.
if he...
What is he deadlift?
Sir.
Oh, we heard you.
Do you have a moment?
Can you
Yeah.
get the wireless?
Here we
put
go.
him on.
TC.
Okay.
2 minutes?
Why, just because
Oh,
he's
okay.
hot?
Come on.
Yeah,
we
just one
got
second.
by.
We had a
It's
question.
just a quick question.
It's
for him.
Quick question.
I promise.
Quick question.
It'll be okay.
You can put it on. It's
It'll be
easy.
okay.
Look, he's nervous, and
Okay.
don't be nervous.
Be nice.
We're just-
It's okay.
We appreciate you being here.
We think
and-
cops are getting hotter.
You're really hot, is what he's saying.
Like they don't have like nasty fat cops anymore. Why do you
Yeah, it
feel
used to
like
be
you're
the stereotype, right?
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Back
Not
in the
anymore?
day, yeah.
Yeah, that's no fun.
But it can't be for
shamed out of
show.
it?
Do you have like requirements, physical requirements? Of
Yeah.
Are they
weight?
harder? Are they harder than they used to be?
They're about the same, just that you have a time limit. You have to do like a mile and a half,
Right.
and
Yeah.
so many push-ups, sit-ups, in order to get hired.
And if you fail that, are you on walking or bike duty? Is that sort of
No, that's to get hired. So like you can't even get hired unless you can pass.
I saw a
those.
guy on the Segway downtown the other day. Is that a coveted job or looked down upon?
Yeah, that's not a police officer. That's a parking enforcement.
No, I
officer.
swear this guy was a DPD, a downtown Dallas officer.
Oh, I don't know about Dallas. I work
Okay.
at McKinney.
But if you saw that guy, yeah.
Hey, I don't judge, buddy.
Okay, good. Good man.
So you
Good
work
man.
out.
I do work out.
All right.
What's the bench? What's the bench at?
What's my bench?
Yeah.
150 pounds.
His boss is minded. Thank you, sir.
With a wink.
All right.
With a
appreciate
wink.
it, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Here
your
go.
service.
Thank you. Well, he didn't.
That guy would crush my head with
He did
one
not
hand.
want to play. But
How many times has Sirois slurred a thank you for your service?
He said that.
I was gonna say
That was cash.
I was gonna say how many times has he said, "Will you bench?"
Where you bench?
Gonna tap you.
bench.
Bro.
Probably not that much.
Look at these guns. James Brown, born on this day, now dead. You know who he is? Blake?
Did that help?
The singer that does those noises.
Gotta kiss myself.
The one who sings the hot tub song.
Once got in trouble for domestic violence, like knocking his wife around,
Yeah.
and I think went on CNN for an interview right after it.
It resulted, as a matter of fact, in Brown assaulting his wife with a lead pipe and firing a gun at a car that she was in. These are charges that Brown denies. He was released yesterday on $15,000 bond. He joins us from Atlanta to discuss the charges, and we welcome you, James Brown. How did all of this trouble begin?
Living in America. Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong at all. You're not in any difficulty, but you're out on bond.
No, I'm not.
Have all the charges been dropped?
Yeah, I'm out on love.
Well, are you out on love or out of love? Which is it?
Out on love. Alone from night to night, you find me.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's fantastic. I didn't know about that.
it's like 4 minutes long. Yeah. 1988 interview.
No cocaine involved there at all.
No.
Born on this day, now dead. Dwayne Haskins.
Oh, you know them.
Of course, Dwayne Haskins
I guess
Living to die.
Dwayne the
died.
Rock. Dwayne the Rock Haskins.
And the very next day, Sirius XM is doing their NFL radio show, and they had Gil Brandt as one of the hosts, and they were talking about.
Got to know the young man a little bit, but also from a scouting standpoint, you analyzed him over the years at Ohio State and coming into the league with the Washington Commanders and then going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Obviously, it's a terrible tragedy, and what wanted your thoughts on that, and also on the player, because you did chronicle his career very closely.
Well, you know, Dan, I hate any time anybody is killed or anybody dies.
That's where to stop, right?
But
Here we
he
go.
was a guy that was living to be dead, so to speak. You know, they told him, don't under any circumstances leave school early. You just don't have the work habits. You don't have this. You don't have that. What did he do? Left school early. I always can remember this. We invited players to the draft, and he was one of the players we invited to the draft. And we were told no. We're going to have our own party. His own party was a party at the bowling alley, charged him $50 to get into the bowling alley for his party. It was always something, you know.
Think of the ticky-tack things he is upset about. Like
yeah,
he
I knew that
he
night.
came out early.
I knew that night that guy would be dead soon.
He came out early. He wouldn't go to the NFL draft. He had his own party. So F this guy.
Charging gate for a party.
Glad he's dead.
Might as well be dead. Hey, do you guys, there's a woman over here with a jean jacket on. Like right.
I hadn't seen any women. Where
I can't tell if she has no hand or if her hand, or if she.
I see
I
a
see
limb.
her hand. Yeah.
I see a limb. It's like a cape.
What if she had no hand and now you're on the PA like, hey,
She can't hear me.
is there some lady without a hand over there?
Right. And only
Come
one,
on over.
one lady.
Then I would say, come on over and tell us how'd you lose your hand.
How does she golf?
Because, dude, I saw a TikTok the other day of a lady who was missing, like, at forearm, and she had, like, a series of things she would attach to it.
Yeah. Swiss Army arm.
Like, I'm telling you, she was demonstrating, she was hot as heck, too.
So like an ice cream scooper?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or,
pizza,
yes.
pizza roll, pizza
telling
slicer,
you.
An air pump.
Yeah. You're playing volleyball with the boys, and she's
jackhammer,
air pump.
Your tire's low.
Air pumps like I got that.
She's got you want to hit a dab
Jackhammer.
rip? Dab rip. She's got
With
got the butane.
A little PSI indicator out of her elbow.
a vacuum.
Leaf blower?
Yeah. Weed whacker.
That sounds like the luckiest lady in the world.
Features galore. I had a friend of mine in college who had no arm at all. I think I told you guys this. And had like a hand the size of about a quarter. Like a
little hand?
United States coin quarter.
Like
on
with
her
fingers?
Yeah, on her shoulder.
That a tiny little doll hand.
Yes. No, like, yeah, exactly. Smaller than that even. And she would hold a pencil. Like when she's working, she would put a pencil up there and do stuff.
Could she grip it?
Yes,
Move it?
yes. It was operational hand. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Also beautiful.
Yeah, this woman, I'm
Really?
telling you,
Yes.
was very, very attractive.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah. She was.
But the fact that it was operational,
Like
it can
spinning
I can grab pencils, pens.
Did you?
I can hold. No, I didn't do anything other than work on group projects at a high level.
Were you
with
attracted to her? Like,
was there
would you have
thought of
dated
that?
her?
Yes.
Was there thought of having it removed? You know what I mean?
can't.
I wasn't
can't?
close
It's
enough
so
to
great.
hurt.
Yes.
But it worked. Why would you remove it if it was just like hanging there?
It seems like it would get in the way and like.
No, it does. It
If
helps
you
her.
had one, yeah, wouldn't you love that?
If you only have one arm and the other one, it helps a little bit. It's like
like when
having a little clip on your arm.
It's like when you have the grocery store and you got all the plastic bags and you got too many bags.
Right.
Dude,
You
use
could
a
just-
little
you
hand.
could
Would,
put one
would
on.
it be big enough to hold your phone? Because that'd be a great
no,
place. to-
not Jake's phone.
And think how big you would
Jake's
look
phone's
in her
too big.
hand,
Yeah.
Mr. Bulge.
Right.
Even I would look big.
Damn, dude, that's
It was
such a.
it was strange, but interesting nonetheless.
But you, like, she was attractive enough that you would have.
No, she was
You
very.
would have wanted to date her, even with the tiny arm.
Probably out
tiny
of my
hand.
league. Good looking.
Even with that.
Yeah.
All right. Also born on this day now, Greg Gumbel.
Greg Gumbel's dead?
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know.
December 2024.
Okay.
Yeah, recent.
Yeah.
I was going through some things.
COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
No. Dead on this day, still dead. I'll just give you one on this very day.
Oh, it's gonna be who? Dan Marino.
Earl Woods.
Oh.
The inventor of golf.
Yeah.
The hug.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And that was Today in History.
Damn it.
What a time.
On moving day. On moving day.
At moving day at the CJ Cup, Byron Nelson. We got Little Person Golf Clubs.
Thank you, Tito's.
Golf.com. We got Tito's.
Tito's handmade vodka.
Dude. Elite ride.
Thank you. Yes, thanks for the elite ride over here.
Unreal.
Thanks to Tito's handmade vodka for bringing us out here. Thanks to the CJ Cup, Byron Nelson, for actually allowing us.
Let's see if this jingle's any better. Thanks to Emily Jones.
Yeah.
Thanks to Emily Jones and the Mom Game for
Thanks.
their cooperation.
DJ Byron Nelson, the thedumbzone brought to you by Tito's handmade vodka.
Did you just create that while she was here?
Yeah.
Jake's really into AI.
Yeah, I know. I'm impressed.
We take up Byron Nelson, the dumb zone brought to you by Tito's. Can make vodka mills, cause girls burning teenage cars, speakers take
It's got a little Indian kick to it, Dan.
Dan, that's so you.
That you worked up.
Now, how about
you buy Tito's?
I do know that you're a bit of a troll online sometimes. Like you will put a picture of you and Mike and be like, "Coming soon." And it'll be like,
Don't sell at me.
Can we get Mike and Cash Sirois together again, broadcasting?
Oh, we're doing that?
No, I'm asking if we can get that ever. The people are when Cash
I got a
Sirois puts out
Cirque-sized
on
hole in my anus.
Cash Sirois puts on Twitter. Did you not do this like 6 months ago? And then
there were some thoughts.
Okay, so you were still thinking. That's all I want to know.
We've been thinking a whole lot.
You're thinking about doing something.
And I will say we are absolutely doing something. If you are among the dozens who are a fan of the Cirque du Sirois show back in the day, we're bringing this bitch back.
You will be brought back.
We'll be brought back. We're bringing it back.
The Cirque du
In
Sirois
what
show.
form? You guys hitting up Cat?
He's not responded to the emails.
I called him, but
do you guys keep numbers of people you don't ever want to text in your phone?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't ever delete them.
I got Larry Bird.
I keep every number.
Well, I deleted them when I was like drinking for sure. I was just like, I don't ever want to.
It's probably wise that you did that.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, that was a good
I
decision.
made several wise decisions.
Yeah.
I was good at managing it.
Yeah.
Let's give me some little credit. But yeah, I don't think he'd call you back. But what are we looking at?
We're doing the damn thing. I would just say this month at some point.
It's on.
And in some form, most definitely including my brother Cash and myself, Mike Sirois, we're going to bring the Cirque du Sirois show back. Online, YouTube, Twitch.
YouTube?
On YouTube.
Whoa, that's a big platform.
But we won't be alone.
Are you going to be on Kick?
We'll have a third man.
A man?
And we'll reveal that person at a later date. But
Oh, these guys.
Would you announce it on this show someday?
I would love to. I would love to.
But
I would say, as far as right now, if you are a person who goes on YouTube, maybe go to Cirque du Sirois and throw down a subscribe on that thing, because we're going to have some fun shit coming up very soon, within the next couple weeks.
Hell yeah.
It is going to be different. It
All
is
we
going to be
want to
live.
do is something different, live, and
it is going to be weird.
Effing party.
And we have so much pent-up shit that we got to get out. And
you guys got to find that goddamn painting.
That's what I've been doing.
It's been missing for
That's what we've been waiting for.
That's what I've been doing for a year.
This is the reveal?
Yeah.
Finally?
Yeah. The big reveal a couple weeks from now.
All right.
Thank you, Tito's.
Mofo.
Gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
Hey, it's Tiger. I need you to do me a huge favor. Please, you gotta do this for me. Can you take your name off your phone? My wife answered my phone and maybe call you. Take your name off your phone. You gotta do this for me. Just to have it as a number.
Your whole body's moving and your senses are more heightened and everything seems to flow better. Again and again and again. I enjoy that. It's a great feeling. I'm addicted.
Can you take your name off your phone? My wife answered my phone and maybe call you. Take your name off your phone. You gotta do this for me. Just to have it as a number. Take your name off your phone. My wife answered my phone and maybe call you. Take your name off your phone. You gotta do this for me. Just to have it as a number.